All right, what does Andre the Giant, blue eyes, and wake dreaming have to do with alcoholism? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome to the Talk About Purpose podcast. I'm Matthew Ewing.
I'm Brian Harper.
I'm Frank Curry.
Today, we dive into alcoholism. There's a lot here.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot here. A lot.
Most people are probably affected by this one way or another.
So much here. Let's dive into what we basically already know.
Mhm.
It increases dopamine. Reduces
Inhibitions.
yeah, it does that. It does that.
Leave it to Frank.
It's a depressant for your nervous system.
Mhm.
It also messes with your GABA neurotransmitter. Not good.
Gabba
And
gabba.
that's
Yo, Gabba Gabba. You
Yo,
remember
gabba
that
gabba.
shit?
That's
Yeah.
what I thought
Yeah.
of immediately. Adderall.
dude.
What?
That's
All right.
You got some?
no. Sorry.
Let's holy God, I don't even know where to start. All right, let's start with this is the most abused drug in the world. It is classified as
Yes.
a drug
Mm-hmm.
in the world. It's the most abused. Let's get into something interesting. GABA. GABA is the body's main inhibitory transmitter, meaning that it helps the body and brain relax and promotes feelings of calm, tiredness.
I like that feeling.
Everybody,
Kind of how I feel when
You
you
know.
talk. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know about that.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I usually have to go to the dispensary for that.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. Totally joking.
Why are you looking at me like that? He said,
You're looking
he
at
said,
me
I'm
like that."
joking. I'm joking.
Totally joking. Totally joking.
It also
Well,
messes with your adrenaline. It messes with your cortisol.
Like it produces less adrenaline and more cortisol.
Yeah, so here's a scary one. 1 to 4 drinks a week raises your cortisol while you're not drinking.
Wow.
Let that sink in for a second.
That makes sense.
I'm good.
1 to
never
4 a week. That's not a lot of drinks.
Nope.
No.
That's not a lot of drinks.
That's a drink even.
A drink can cause it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, science is now suggesting 2 drinks max a week.
Wow.
Well,
Max.
None of these, everyone's alcoholics. If that's the case.
Oh,
Everybody.
dude, come to Schuylkill County.
Everybody.
Well, yeah, no, for real.
I'm like the only
Our
person
lad just
that
had a 6-pack last night.
our lad
You know what I mean?
over there, bot.
Yeah, but
that Durbot.
Watch the last episode.
Yeah. Good episode. But so it also messes with your GABA. And this is weird. As little as 2 drinks can mess with your GABA to the point that you have anxiety for the next 24 to 48 hours. It messes with your brain's levels and says, hey, okay, alcohol wants to come in and play with the GABA and give me the GABA and all this. Well, then we don't need to create it anymore.
What the hell? I don't
Then
even
you don't
drink and I still have
relax.
anxiety. Fuck.
well, that's probably why I have anxiety. It's still catching up because all the drinking I did back
It
then.
takes 5 days to get out of your system.
5 days.
5 days. Alcohol takes 5 days to get out of your system fully.
What the fuck? I had a drink like 3 years ago and I still feel it.
Yours
fuck?
might be somewhere else.
I think I'm still screwed. It's only 5 days per drink.
5
days per drink.
65 and a half when this wears off.
Yeah, I'll be retired and I'll stop having alcohol in me.
Right.
No. That's not what that means.
Yeah, well, I get it.
Okay.
I know.
I was making sure.
Yeah.
I'm saying. We got people listening to
Yeah,
us.
true. Yeah, that was a joke. For
Don't
those of
take
you.
advice from me, please. Yeah, take advice. Ever.
Oh. No, but I mean, the GABA thing, I don't think enough people talk about that because that's crazy. I went and I watched them.
Every time he says GABA,
I know. I keep thinking of that freaking show.
Yo Gabba Gabba?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I can't. It's
You can't.
science.
I
people.
know. I know.
It's a neurotransmitter. What do you mean?
Well, my
Gabba is-
neurotransmitter sends me to Yo Gabba Gabba. So
It is
when you
now,
say Gabba,
Gabba is now going to be named G in this podcast.
yes.
Okay.
I'm joking. It's total
Yeah.
joke. He goes, "Oh,
So when we're deficient in top G's,
The top G.
All right,
that's
you
a
done
real
with the
crisis,
Gabba now?
actually.
Are you done with the Gabba now?
I'm good. I'm good
All right.
now. It's out of my system.
It's the G's.
Definitely isn't.
I just pulled 5 Gs last night. No, I'm just kidding. Speed. Not speed. Not
That's a
speed.
different drug.
Whoa, total different drug. We're not alcoholism here.
I am not a drug addict. Let's just I'll say it
No,
right
you're
now.
a dealer. You made $5,000. Street pharmacist.
Street pharmacist.
Street pharmacist. I am in no way, shape, or form involved with any kind of drugs other than
Wow,
being
you
high on
sound
life.
guilty as fuck.
That's not true.
Wow.
I am not a crook.
I could be a politician.
I'm not a drug dealer.
I didn't have the cocaine at the White House.
Good one. Good one.
That was really good. Never seen cocaine in my life.
Oh man. All right. So
I did mention I was a drug addict, right? Okay, just making sure.
In the past,
Past tense, yes.
Past
So what gets crazy? So I've watched a lot of stories from alcoholics that quit,
Mhm.
and a lot of them have a lot of anxiety afterward. And then when I found this study, it put it together. It finally made sense because I couldn't, anxiety. Okay, you're quitting.
Yeah.
You're on edge. You're not getting your dopamine. I'm like, oh, okay, get your dopamine somewhere else or do something. Something wasn't adding up to me. And then I seen this study where alcohol literally causes anxiety.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh man, no wonder all these people have it so bad because they don't even know. They don't even talk about it in their thing. They just say they have the symptoms. They don't know why. So that makes sense. So you go through that.
dangerous habit.
Also, quitting alcohol is the most dangerous drug in the world to quit.
Yes.
My dad always used to tell me, he used to always tell me that he's like, I could take 200 heroin addicts, put them in a room, let them go cold turkey. After 2 weeks, let them out. Every one of them will be alive. But if you put 20 alcoholics in a room and let them go cold turkey, after 2 weeks, half of them would be dead.
Oh,
He said
not
that,
all.
well,
Not
if
all.
you're that fully,
Some.
so the reason I'm saying that
He
is,
used to say it all the time, but I didn't believe him. I was
if-
like,
I didn't.
"No way."
I didn't know
if
that.
they're fully dependent on alcohol, you
Mhm.
cannot pull them off,
No, you can't.
because if you do, they die. So it would be all,
Yeah.
unless out of that number, would you say 100
No, 20.
out of 20? Okay, so out of that 20, unless all 20 of them weren't fully dependent on
Yeah.
alcohol
Yeah,
and are
yeah.
just alcoholics, like binge alcoholics,
Yeah.
or something like that. But if you have somebody that's actually dependent on alcohol, that if they don't have a drink, they go through withdrawal symptoms, and it's bad, like bad withdrawal symptoms. They're fully dependent on alcohol. You cannot pull that alcohol out. There's even medical orders in hospitals for alcoholic beverages.
Yep.
For patients that are alcoholics, because you cannot pull them off.
You have to wean them off it. Yep.
You have to wean them.
Yeah.
It's the only drug. Now, marijuana is nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But alcohol is exactly like that. Hemp, whatever, other stuff. Not hemp, but I mean, some stuff are messed up, but like, whatever. But like mushrooms, I'm starting to look at, and there is a lot of scientific evidence of it. So I'm kind of not on the mushroom thing. But anyways, my main point of is these drugs here, they don't have those same effects, but alcohol is legal. I think that we need to like think about that. So why
Well, they
alcoholism
tried to
is
ban
huge.
alcohol once.
Okay.
Prohibition.
Okay.
How'd that
And
work?
people did it anyways. Well, the
Mhm.
same thing's going on with marijuana. So why can't you just say, all right, well, let's just do the same thing we did to alcohol. Let's let marijuana legal
Interesting
then.
statistic, by the way. Did you know that when the prohibition ended, the very next day, there was a Casey Yingling on the White House steps?
I did
You know,
not know that.
know
That is
You know,
awesome.
there was a Casey
That
Yingling,
is
which is weird. So
awesome.
like, how the hell did they get it there? The
You know
next
how
day?
Yingling-
How did they brew a new case and put it there within a day?
They were.
Oh, come on.
They were already doing
Come
it.
on.
They were making ice cream.
Oh, that's very good. You got me ahead of it. Yeah. Just did ice cream's pretty good.
Sure.
I learned that.
But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the only drug, like you said, it's the only drug that you are codependent on, that if you pull it out, you're done. You're gone.
Yeah, and it gets crazy. So this is where the wake dreaming comes in. When you detox, the first 6 hours, you'll get anxiety, shaky hands, headache, nausea, vomiting, insomnia, and sweating. In the 12 to 48 hours after your last drink is when it starts becoming deadly. That's when you can die.
Wow.
You get what's called where is it? What? Hold on. Delirium tremens. DTs is what they're commonly called. And that is literally hallucinating. You're literally like, because you can't, alcohol doesn't let you sleep.
Yeah.
You think you're sleeping, you're not. You don't go, well, you are. You don't go into
You're just
REM.
going to deep sleep.
You don't go into the deep sleep that your body needs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So your body wakes up and it's like, oh, I still don't get my sleep. Screw you. We're still in sleep mode. And then you start having hallucinations while you're awake.
Sounds like a good time.
No, that's when you die.
Good on
Because
that.
you go into
Don't do that.
seizures. You go into all sorts of seizures. And that's usually where the dying actually comes from, is the seizures. Usually where it comes from.
Mhm.
I did not know
Body
that.
seizing.
That's I mean, I knew about the whole dependency thing from working in hospitals and, seeing like, why is there a beer? I can order a beer. And they're like, well, that's, hey, because of this and this and this. And I'm like, wow, that blew my mind. I'm like, oh, wow. And it's kind of like, the most obvious is the least obvious, right? It's a toxin. All alcohol is a toxin. It's a poison.
Man, think about that. Think about like if we would end up in like a civil war or something like that, and all the like production of beer and stuff like shut down. There'd be a lot of people probably dying
Yeah, there would actually.
just off of that. Not even just the war.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot. A lot. It'd
Sorry,
be,
I didn't
it'd
mean
be
to-
in the millions.
I didn't mean to
And millions.
go off topic there for a second, but holy shit, just to think about that.
I think there's 7 million known people fighting it right now.
Holy shit, it's that large, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Known fighting.
Known. Yeah, known.
Known and
is the big
fighting.
word. Yeah.
That's probably not even half of
And fighting. Yeah, because some are known and they're not fighting. Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
that's insane.
I just don't like it. I just don't like the way it makes me feel. And I think it's because of the
I love the way it makes you feel. That's the problem.
I'm a huge
Me
gym.
too.
I'm a huge gym guy, so I hate the way it makes me feel. Like the way I look at it is like I drank a shitload when I was younger. But the way I look at it now is it's like it's opportunity cost. If I drink now, I'm fucking hurting. You know what I mean? And then am I going to go to the gym tomorrow morning? No.
Did they say drinking a beer before you go work out will give you a good pump?
No, that's the fucking stupidest thing in the world. Why would you ever do that?
I don't know. I thought it was like carb.
Alcohol literally strips the protein
I
out of your
agree.
blood.
I agree, but I've heard
So
that.
why would you do it before?
You've never heard
or
that
after?
before?
No.
I've heard
Where?
wine actually.
Wine? Was that
Because of the
maybe that's
sugar.
what it was.
Maybe because of the
Increases
sugar.
cardiovascular.
Oh, because it thins your blood. You could,
I don't know. I didn't
I don't
actually
know,
look that
man.
up in this, so
Sure.
I don't
I
actually
read it.
know.
No. It was they weren't saying to actually do it. They were saying that some of the people that do certain things before they go in, they're like, well, it's the same. It's just carb load. Why don't you drink a beer? It's the same thing. I'm like, I don't know if that's the same thing.
Well,
Alcohol. Interesting fact. There's carbs, fats, carbs. What the fuck? Proteins. Carbs, fats, proteins.
Yeah.
Alcohol falls into none of those categories. It is its own
yeah,
calorie.
it's a
Really?
poison.
It's its own thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it still gives you calories. How weird is that?
Yeah.
I thought that blew my mind. But yeah, so you have to count alcohol in your calories, and it's not going to fit in any three of those categories.
Well, vodka is from potatoes. Potatoes are a vegetable, so vodka is a salad.
I hate you so much. Let's
Does
talk.
that mean wait? So does that mean if you swish it around in your mouth, you're tossing salad?
Oh,
Oh.
you swish enough, you might actually toss a salad.
It's like a battery. Remember, 9-volt.
Ew.
So you wouldn't even do it drunk, Matt.
No, I've never blacked out. I've never lost control. None of that.
Yeah, it just ended up in a fire.
I didn't say I didn't. Okay, I did say lost control. I meant I never like Okay. All right. I lied. I take it all. All right. I lied. No. I tried to defend that. I'm thinking, nope, I can't. Because I've said some shit too.
Ow, it's hot. Ow, hot. That's what he just kept saying.
Sitting on burning hot rocks.
Yep.
In a fire. Oh my gosh.
At least you're not the person that put a chair in the fire and sat down on the chair.
Oh, yeah, yep. I remember that. Howling at the moon, sitting in the fire on a chair. Oh my God. That wasn't me.
It was not you.
All of mine was probably worse. But
I don't know, man.
Well, I didn't purposely fall in the fire. He purposely went into it.
He purposely went into it. That's worse.
Yeah, that's much worse.
He's not gonna watch this, so we're all right.
He might actually.
You think?
Yeah, we're not mentioning your name. Don't worry, buddy.
Yeah,
we're good.
It was a funny.
We love you, man. We love you. You're good. Okay. So speaking of vodka, though, you brought vodka.
It did.
Oh man, is this crazy vodka? Okay,
Russians.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured that's where you were going with this,
bro. The Russians and vodka is great. All right, I gotta search. I've got so much data on this.
Don't they pronounce their V's like W's? They pronounce their V's like W's, right? So they call it vodka.
Vodka.
Oh,
that's interesting. No, I didn't.
That you have to call it that while you're doing the Russian things.
Listen to this.
Vodka.
Listen to this. Currently, 25% of all Russian men, 25% of all Russian men die before the age of 55 years because of alcohol.
What?
1 out of 4.
What the fuck?
That is horrible. Before what age?
55.
55. Dude.
You got
they
15
drink.
years, buddy. That's it.
They drink
14 years.
Oh, you're 41. That's right. I forgot you're older.
They actually literally have such a problem over there with vodka consumption that they actually made up a really cool, they came up with this. It's really cool. Like a little pill thing that you put in your arm, and it makes the taste of vodka unbearable. Like you just want to throw up instantly. It makes you so sick. To keep the people off of it. But it's still not working. Currently, 1 out of every 4 under 55 that die is from
Russians don't give a shit.
Alcohol. And vodka is the number 2 most drank alcohol in the world.
Wow.
I can't pronounce
like
number
vodka.
1. Cannot pronounce number 1.
What is it?
Tequila?
Biaggia?
Tequila.
Biaggiu?
Who? Hold on.
Biaggiu?
Who was the tequila guy?
Me.
Was it you?
Yeah.
You were the tequila?
That's the tequila, man.
That was you. You were the tequila guy.
Because Josh kept hogging it, the little fuck.
He would drink it and then
He'd be
give
like,
it to you and be like,
here
it's
you
your
go, man.
turn. And then he just
Take it right back and take
He's
another
like,
drink.
wait a
Here you go, man. I'm like, dude, pass the tequila.
This is a long time ago.
Man.
We were stupid kids.
Anyways, our future's much brighter.
Yes.
All right. So let's keep going. This Biaggiu. I am not pronouncing this right. I am sorry. Biajjiu. It is the number 1 consumed alcohol in the world with 10 billion liters every year. Billion.
I never even heard of it.
Neither have I, and it's the number 1.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just not in the U.S.
Check this out.
Maybe I'm too hillbilly. I don't know.
Check this out. 99% of it is consumed in China.
Oh.
Chinese have a problem.
Really?
Gotcha.
They have a problem.
Oh, we know how to beat them then.
Take away their alcohol.
Take away their alcohol. It's over.
Yeah. Yeah. And the number continues to grow, which is what's crazy.
What's the alcoholism in China? You know?
I don't have that actually.
I wonder what that is.
It's huge.
Well, I mean, there's so many people in China now, bro.
Communism.
So many people there.
Care how much your government works with your companies.
Yeah.
That's a shitty life.
Yeah.
They're putting nets around your workplace so you don't die.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the kids were jumping out of buildings, killing themselves because of the working conditions. Kids.
Ow.
So they put nets so that the kids couldn't die and they could keep their slaves.
Ow.
Yeah. No wonder they drink. I would too.
Well, I mean, look, with misery comes drinking. Look at the coalition here. That's all they did when they were doing coal mining.
Yeah.
That's all they did.
That's why there's a bar in every corner.
Bar or church, right? To pray to God that you have a better life and to drink your sorrows away. Think about it. They were
Right.
treated like shit. That's what they did.
Yep.
You literally just drank yourself into the grave is what you did.
Mm-hmm. Well, alcoholism's huge in the county.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody's been touched by it around here.
Oh yeah.
I had an alcoholic father, sister.
I had an uncle die from alcohol. He drank heavy, like all my family did. They all drank pretty heavily. But then I had an uncle who I was told drank a fifth of grain, like a fifth of Everclear, drank the whole fifth of it, and they killed him. And then they brought him back in the hospital. And then I was told he had a hangover for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And his liver was destroyed then, and he ended
Wow.
up dying from cirrhosis of the liver. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I think the longest hangover ever was 6 months.
Oh, what?
Can you imagine?
How could you have a 6-month hangover?
The guy drank like 20 or 30 beers, like within like a really short time,
Mhm.
like really short. And he couldn't get over his hangover for 6 freaking months.
Dude, that had to crush the liver.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It killed him. It literally killed him.
No.
Yeah,
He died, and then they saved him in the hospital. And like I said, he
should've
had a
put this in
hangover
the
for 3
beginning.
months.
There was a TikToker. I should have put this in the hook in the beginning. Darn it.
Redo the hook right now. Just have him move it.
Fuck it. There was a TikTok. This will be a treat for anybody listening. But there was a
It's an Easter
TikToker.
egg. You got to listen to the podcast for the tip.
Ooh.
It's an Easter egg.
I like that.
All right.
I like that. There was a TikToker that went on live and he said he'd do a shot for every gift. Died on the live. Died right on the live.
What?
He had to take like, I forget what it was. It was some ridiculous number, like 50 shots. And you can't do that.
No, you can't
You
do that.
can't do that.
No.
Died right on the
It's
live.
TikTok.
Of moonshine. On top of it.
Oh, he's
Oh
an
my
idiot.
God.
On top of
goodness.
it. Yeah. What a moron.
Some bitches make your brain swell and be done, then, or just crush the liver.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but yeah.
Damn.
Just poisoned himself to death on live and
Yeah.
died on the live.
Well, it's right in front of our face. You are too intoxicated, so that means the toxins are overtaking your body.
I love that. Yes. Exactly.
Most obvious is the least obvious.
Nobody-
You are too intoxicated.
Nobody realizes it.
Mhm.
Nobody. Like
And-
it's in the words.
Yeah. And it destroys everything: microbiome, gut health. It crushes your blood pressure. It starts diabetes.
Yeah.
Because think about it: when you're taking this alcohol, you're crushing it with sugar, mixed drinks, right? And then when your body has two different objectives. Either it's to digest food or remove toxins. I think what is that? That's the liver, right? To remove toxins. I forget which organ it is, but the one organ's purpose is to remove toxins or digest food or process food and
That's
help
the liver,
process
right?
food. I think it is
That's
the
the
liver.
liver, yeah.
So what happens is if you're eating food, your body's normally like, all right, cool, food, let's process it, blah, 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 blah. But now if you you drink, now your body's saying, oh, toxins, I got to take care of the toxins. Now you put food on top of it, it can only do one, and it's going to prioritize toxins, so it stores the food right away.
Mhm.
And then it keeps going. So then think about it. So you keep drinking all night, then the next morning comes around, you're like, oh man, I'm hungover. You know what's good for a hangover? A greasy fucking breakfast. Let's go eat a fucking greasy fucking hangover breakfast and get some shit on a shingle and breakfast meats and fat, all these sat fats and trans fats and everything like that. Let's go get all of this food. So then while you're doing that, you're taking in more food, but guess what your body's doing? Still fighting off the toxins from last night because you're like fucking 6 drinks ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you slept 4 hours. So you're still how many drinks ahead? You know what I mean? So you eat that food. Now your body's like, all right, well, let's store everything here then. We're just going to keep fighting the toxins out. So like, that's one thing that like I always wanted to work out and get big and be, eye appealing and everything like that. But I always got big, but I never really thought to myself like that. I was eye appealing. I always thought either look good in a shirt or out of a shirt. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
And that was because I was
Me too.
drinking constantly at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? I was drinking constantly. So how would I ever? Well, I'd eat at night. I'd crush food at night before I'd go to sleep. I'd be hungover. I'd stop at a burger place. I'd stop somewhere and get food before I'd go to bed.
I used to drink with my brother and friends. And
Yeah.
we'd go to like a diner at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah. How are you ever gonna cut up or be eye appealing if you're automatically storing a bunch of horse shit at 2:00 in the morning before you go to bed?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's good though the night before your competition. It really makes the
Well,
veins pop.
yeah.
It really does.
There's other stuff though.
All
I mean,
right.
it's a carb load though, isn't it? Because it dehydrates you and carbs, and it's like a carb thing at the same time, right? So that's why.
Yes, it is
That's why.
both. Yes, it is. Yeah, because wine's the one that a lot of people like to use right before a competition.
Do you know about dry carb? Do you know about the dry carb thing?
Yep, you did. You did tell me about that.
Okay.
Yep,
Forgot about
that's
that.
actually what I did.
Oh, okay.
That is what I did
With the Rice Krispies and shit like that.
right before. You cut all your water and then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
hit a
yeah.
carb.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
you-
And then
yeah.
that just
Yep, that's what I
pulls
did.
everything. All right, cool.
I did it through bro science. I didn't know what it was called or
Oh,
anything.
gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, all right. So, holy crap. All right, let me get back to where we were. There's
Oh, I always do
GABA.
that.
All right. So here is where it gets crazy. There is a study from UK Brain Bank that suggests after 2 drinks a week, your brain starts to atrophy. Shrink.
Mhm.
Starts
Yeah.
losing matter.
Wow.
2 drinks.
Wow.
Ooh.
That explains a lot.
Yes, for me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm
How the hell
serious.
how are you alive with a brain this,
Exactly.
this big? Like,
I'm literally like closing my eyes and picturing Beetlejuice's shrunken head. That's my head. I'm thinking to myself. And
That
You know what I
takes
mean?
a lot. but imagine how smart you could have been. What if you are
Exactly.
missing a bunch?
Exactly.
You just don't even know you're missing it because you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
is in your whole prefrontal cortex.
Yeah, which also gets shut off during drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why
No, we
you're-
always get on.
Inhibition
that.
is good.
How does that always pop up in like
I don't
every
know.
freaking well, I guess it plays a lot in what you do. So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Oh, and, for people who didn't watch other episodes, that's the decision and moral part of your brain. What's good and bad,
Yeah.
basically.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, I always forget I gotta re-explain things every episode.
You better be watching, bitches.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Bingo. For real.
Then you would know what we're talking about.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're just lost.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
If you're watching this, hit right down. Well, I don't know where it would be on this thing. somewhere around over in these areas. Hit that like button. Just like it. That's all you got to do. Just like the video.
Bottom right-hand corner, everybody. That's where it's at.
Yeah, I knew that. Which on the camera is wait. If I'm
you are
What?
shown on the camera backwards
yeah, so it's on the left.
because it
On my
actually
left.
flips your image.
So over
Oh my
here.
gosh.
Somewhere.
I feel like I'm on alcohol right now. Good Lord.
Just push that like button. Do
It's
it.
probably
I'm,
there.
I'm not feeling. I'm not feeling
For
so
you,
bad.
it's like
For me, it would be on my it
Right
would be
there.
on the bottom
Right on
left
Frank's.
of that screen. It would be over. Yeah, mine. Oh, you were right. It is over on this
yeah.
side. Oh shit.
Wait a minute. What?
Wait, no, you were pointing over.
You said bottom
I don't-
right.
Yes, bottom, but this flips your image. When you
Well,
don't
the way
actually
you're looking
see,
at it, the way
you
you're
don't
looking at it
actually see
right
a
now.
mirror of it.
No, the way you're looking at it right now is the way that it's going to be on.
Fuck, you're
YouTube.
right. I'm an idiot.
This episode is brought to you by Adderall. Take it. Chew your face.
Oh shit! I just figured we get that out.
Adderall, it's a joke. It's a joke. All of these are
Sorry,
jokes.
sorry, they might
Adderall.
still be watching, so go like the damn videos.
All right, let's get into more fear stuff. All right, here we go. All right, excessive binge drinking, heavy drinking, and any drinking. Oh no, whoops, I am in the wrong spot. Son of a biscuit. I'm
That
sorry.
is
That's coming up later.
ADD.
That's coming up later. All right, so genetics play a heavy role in this. Heavy role in alcoholism.
Mhm.
Heavy, heavy, heavy. So my family has everybody on my, actually, no, one of them got out. Everybody on my father's side, except for one person, got out. All the rest, alcoholics. Grandma also got out. Oh, wow, 2. Holy cow. But they're all alcoholics. My uncle died from it in his 30s.
Oh my goodness, that's a young.
I got
Pure
out.
alcoholic. He wouldn't eat. It suppresses appetite, so you lose nutrition, you lose nutrients.
Yep.
And he just shriveled away to nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
That's
But
what I
anyways.
do to lose weight, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So
No,
you
no.
can be genetically predisposed to this. And here's a crazy study they did. Okay. They went and they traced parents giving away kids. Okay. So
Hmm.
now they took the environmental factor out.
Mhm.
Okay, we all remember the determinism thing. Environment
Yes.
really plays a role, a huge role. So they took the kid out of the environment of the alcoholic parent. Then they put him in a house with no alcoholics. Here's where the numbers come in. Listen to these numbers. Do we understand that, right? Everybody
Yeah.
understands what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I know I didn't
Sorry.
explain that very well. All right. So when the father and the mother are non-alcoholics and they're given away to another family, sons are 14.7% likely to abuse alcohol. Not bad. Still, it's not good.
Yeah, they're depressed.
Daughters are only 2.8%. Now you'll notice a trend here. Men are more likely to abuse alcohol.
Yeah, that makes
Mhm.
sense.
That's just science. All right. Now, when the father is an abuser of alcohol or an alcoholic and the mother is not, and the son is at 22.4% and the daughter's at 3.5%. When the father isn't an alcoholic, but the mother was, the child is 26%. 26%, the son, 26% more likely to abuse alcohol and be an alcoholic. The daughter is 10.3%.
Holy shit. So hold on a second. So we did a
Mothers.
fatherless episode about how a father being in the house, how it affects them positively, negatively, and how them being absent. But in this aspect, what the mother does is more effective and more important.
One more number for you. We'll get you. This is the opposite. Yes.
What the hell?
So,
That's actually.
oh
that's
shit. No,
surprising.
you are right.
Yeah.
Oh shit. No, you are right. Well, you figure the mother carries the baby, so she might have more genetic influence. I don't know.
I thought it would
Well,
be more
no,
like
it'd be-
emotional, like because the
Yeah.
mother would be more emotional, so you'd have that
But you would
less
think
emotional
because- well,
support. I don't
Kids
know,
are so
maybe.
affected by the father being in the house and whatnot. They're so
Mhm.
affected by their presence and whatnot. You would think that it would be the father being an alcohol would be worse for the kids than the mother,
You
but it's
would
actually
think.
the opposite. The
So-
mother's worse than the father. Holy
So right,
shit!
so the
Weird.
moral the moral
That is weird.
the moral of the story is it's better off for the drunken mother to not be around.
Yeah,
This is without the mother ever being in the kid's life.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that I think I knew I didn't explain this well.
Okay, no.
Oh.
Okay, so what they did
This is
they
when you're
took-
taking them out of the home and putting them in.
Yeah,
a
as soon as
different
it's
home.
born, they took it out and gave it to a family
Ah.
because the
Oh, that-
parents
that-
couldn't.
Gotcha.
that-
Okay.
But
so
still
this
the
is all
genetic-
strictly
okay.
genetic.
Got you.
So that
Understandable.
genetic-
My fault. My fault.
That
my fault.
genetic,
That makes sense.
it's
Makes
more
sense.
important for the mother to be healthy.
Yeah.
For their development in their. Holy
Yeah, they take
But you
the,
figure-
the baby eats
For
everything.
alcoholism.
The baby
Yeah.
ingests
For alcohol.
everything that the mother ingests.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like to the point where my fiance had to cut out
could-
her dairy because it was affecting the baby. 'Cause the
Yeah.
baby's-
Well, that
you know what I
alter-
mean? And
alter
while
their-
the baby's there inside. You know what I mean? So
Does what the mother consumes alter the child's taste?
I don't know
Uh-huh.
about that.
I don't know.
They don't really taste it. It's
Pregnancy
goes
Well,
is
through-
I mean, it's
fascinating
food that
thing.
you're ingesting that the body will get used to. You'd think your body would develop in the sense to like that food. You know?
I mean, we don't have to
Mm.
say pregnant women should not drink, right?
Yeah, we know that
Right.
pregnant woman should
Right.
definitely not drink.
Yeah. But anyways,
And
let's
if you
get.
do, you're a shitbag. No offense, but I don't have
You
love
are a
for you.
No
shitbag.
offense.
I don't have love for
No
you.
offense.
I mean, addiction's a nasty, brutal thing. Go get help if you are pregnant
Yeah.
and you are addicted. Go get help. The baby's life is too important,
Yeah.
and it's all your fault.
It is.
Put it on
It's-
your shoulders.
You made
Selfish.
that decision. You made that decision to do that drug.
Use
or
guilt.
to do whatever. It
Go get
is
help.
addiction. Is a decision.
Mhm.
So brutal, but genetics really
It
do
is what it
play
is.
a role.
Yeah, I mean genetics will make you lead. Well, I
Oh.
mean, let's put it this way: if your dad's an alcoholic and alcoholism is in your family tree, you're probably going to you have potential to be an alcoholic. So like,
Very high.
I'm a,
That'd
I,
be with
used- I
drugs,
used,
right?
Very high.
I used to be a binge
made a
drinker.
choice.
So there's two different kinds of alcoholism, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
the everyday drinker, and then there's the binge alcoholic. I used to be the binge alcoholic, where once you start drinking, you just drink. You can't stop drinking
It's
once
weird,
you start.
Yeah, I'm more of that.
You know what I mean? And that's I think that's how
Mm.
people are because they wait for the weekend, and then the weekend comes and they blow the weekend up. But like when I was in the scene, my weekend would start Friday at 5 and end either Sunday at 5 or Monday
shit.
morning at 8. That's
Oh
what
shit!
that's
Yeah,
what I
no,
used to
that was-
party.
oh my god!
You know what I mean?
I was
I
never
go
really-
and get showered and
Damn.
whatever, but that's what I used to party.
I was never a
Damn.
big. I don't really have that much of an addictive personality, so I never got addicted to anything.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
fucking know. Rub it in.
Well,
Rub
hold
it
on.
the
Yeah.
fuck in.
No,
I am
hold
like
on.
Mr. Addiction here.
Hold on a
fighting
second.
every day.
Hold on a second. There is
Sometimes,
one
man.
time.
Ah.
There's one time I was in a football game and I
Wow.
got hit in the throat and I had I fractured cartilage around my thyroid.
Sorry, man.
Oh,
You were about to make a gay joke, weren't you?
gotta make a gauge. I'm sorry.
This
Keep going.
motherfucker-
This
Is that how you
serious.
guys
This
know
is
gag
traumatic.
reflex?
I was in the
This is
ICU for
serious.
2 days
I
and
am
he's
so
making
sorry.
jokes.
I am so
I
sorry.
don't care. You're good.
Go ahead,
So
man.
anyway, they
Ah.
gave me
How I got rid of
they
his
gave me
gag reflex.
Demerol. Wait, what'd you say? I missed that. What'd you say?
so hard to refrain from any jokes.
I said that's how you got rid of your gag reflex.
We love you, man. Go ahead. Finish your sentence.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So anyway, they gave me Demerol in the hospital, and I had no tolerance for pain medication whatsoever because I've never had any before.
Yeah.
Only fucking ibuprofen or something, you know. So they gave me Demerol, and when they were giving it to me in my IV, I was like, I'll feel a little relief in like 20 minutes, and it hit me, and I was like, oh, like I was like, it was the best feeling ever. And I was like, holy shit, this feels fucking great. And then they gave me Percocets when I left because I was in a lot of pain.
Yeah,
It fucking
perks.
hurt.
Yeah.
So they gave me Percocets. I was prescribed them. And I felt myself getting it. Like I knew it was coming. I wanted them more and more. And I wanted to take them more often. And I understood and it was hard. It was like a mental thing. It was like, holy shit, like I need to get more of these now. I need to hurt myself and go back into the hospital and get more Percocets.
No,
Like it was,
yeah,
so I felt myself
that's a
getting
thing.
there. And the girl I was
That is
with
a
at the
thing.
time, I was with my kid's mom at the time. She noticed it. She recognized that I started to want to abuse that medication and take it more often. So that way I constantly felt like that. And she hid them on me and wouldn't let me have them. And I understood why. So I didn't fight with her about it. I was a little upset, but I was like, all right, I get it. And then after a while, it took me a long time, even when I did not take that medication anymore and I was off it for months, I still felt like the repercussions of it.
Yeah.
Like I felt the
You missed the
want for
feeling.
it, and I missed that feeling, and I wanted to, and I wanted to look for it, but I didn't, and I stayed away from it, and I pulled away from it, and now I'm fine now. But I can understand how people will get addicted to something like that. Like I can understand that now.
And that's the feeling of you being like down or whatever. Now take something that makes you feel like you're God.
Mm-hmm.
You're like
Good.
king of the mountain. You're the grand poobah, and anybody that comes near you shoot down immediately. You are just the man.
Yeah.
Some drugs are like that. Those are the ones.
Cocaine?
Cocaine is like that, but
I don't know.
I used to mix.
That was a
I
legitimate
mean, if
question.
you
'cause I have no
really
clue.
want to know some shitty stuff about my past, which is about my past, I don't fucking do drugs now. Thank goodness. But I used to mix cocaine and meth.
Oh, really?
Damn,
I used to
bro.
do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that
Really?
common? Do people do that a lot? Or
I
is
don't
it-
know if people do it
That's
still or not, but,
crazy.
I
That
don't know.
sounds okay. That sounds crazy to me.
Yeah.
That
But that way,
sounds-
so like the way it worked is like cocaine used to like I will talk about like peaks and troughs, right? So cocaine, you would have a high peak and then it would crash, and then you would want to do more, do more, do more, do more. That's how cocaine works.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But methamphetamine, you skyrocket up and then go level, and then
Oh,
now
shit.
you're at this fucking level that you're just there.
Oh shit.
Now, depending on the how good it is, obviously, or the purity of it, or who made it, because some of it was just biker gang shit at that point in time back in the day. You never knew that. Today,
Mhm.
it's scary. Like I'm glad, like as fucked up as it sounds, I'm glad that I grew up a drug addict when I was, because I didn't have to worry about fentanyl.
No,
Do you know what I mean? They're putting fentanyl on weed right now. Come on, that's ridiculous. You get it, when I was
everybody.
I used to drive down the Reading and get like they used to call them treats. There'd be the kids on the corner saying, you white boys want treats because you have like a car of 4 white boys going through a center city ready to go. What's up? So boys on the corner, treats. You can't do that shit now. You know what I mean? But anyway, so cocaine brings you up, brings you down. Methamphetamine keeps you going. Depends on the strength and how good it is. Sometimes you keep going for 3 days. You can't sleep. That's the shitty thing about it. That's what I used to hate about it as an addict is if I wanted to sleep, I couldn't. You just can't. You just can't sleep. And then it enlarges prostate. You feel like you got piss all the time and everything like that.
Or it shrivels up your wee.
Yeah, does
It does a
does
little bit,
Coke mess
yeah.
with your dick?
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, it makes you rather giddy, especially women. They make them giddy. Cocaine does.
I heard that it messes with your dick. I have
It
no
could. It
personal
depends
I
on the
experience
heard
with
person.
Coke.
It's
so
like
I
anything
heard
else.
from somebody that was on it, and he was like very open talking about it, and he was saying that when he would do meth, he said he had a very large member. He would say he's like, but when he did, he said he's like, dude, it looks like it's fucking miniature, like it's like a
What, when he
quarter
did
of the
meth?
size when he did meth. Yeah.
No, I mean, it depends.
Well, I guess it pulls all the water out of your
Guess-
body, right? Doesn't it?
Whoa,
it
does it?
dehydrates. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, think about it. You're living, dude. You would do meth, and you would literally sit there in a chair, and there would be sweat running down the sides of your body.
Yeah.
Because your body's
That's
literally
crazy.
sprinting.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you could like. I used to know guys back in the day. They could do a line of meth and take a nap. So
Well, they're
they'll take a
always-
nap, and while they're napping, their heart's running and their body's running like they're.
That's why they're always so
actually
skinny.
running around. Yeah. Well, they're also skinny because it suppresses appetite. You don't
Yeah.
eat,
Right.
You know what I mean?
You don't eat.
There's times.
And you're
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very, very. The reason I'm so open about it, especially to my kid, about my past use and stuff like that, is because I want people to realize, like, learn from example.
Give 'em
Number
knowledge.
one, not to do it because it's not worth it. Like the first
Yeah.
time you put any chemical like that in your body, you're changed for the rest of your life. I wholeheartedly believe. Number two, learn that you're not stuck. You can get out of it. You're in a rut for other people. I don't want my daughter ever to be in the rut. I have to get out of it. But for
Mhm.
people that are in the rut, yeah, I'm here. It happened to me twice, man. I had a bad drug addiction. I got good. Fell back. Got worse. You know what I mean? I had to dig myself out of a deeper hole the second time. You know what I mean? So I get it, but it was still my decision to put that in my body. So as I'm saying, like, don't do that. That's why I'm open. Don't put that in your body. It's not really worth it. It's not worth the high that you're going to get for that point in time. And like some other drugs, it ruins sex. Like sometimes sex is really good on cocaine or methamphetamine, or should we put them together? But nonetheless, that'll ruin it for you. Like ecstasy. Ecstasy used to always be like a huge no back in the day. Like with saying that you don't have sex on ecstasy because it will ruin normal sex.
Oh,
for
because
you.
it ruins normal sex. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
I heard
it's
that.
the same. It's kind of the same
never
thing.
heard that.
Yeah,
But
because
I don't know.
'cause it's so-
Honestly, I don't know.
well,
shit
think about it. So,
drugs, dude.
good. I'm
Yeah.
glad that you don't. Learn from me.
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
for
I
your
learned-
viewers out there. Learn from me. Learn about drugs from me. I did everything but heroin. I've done a Suboxone by accident, but that back then, that's how I was. Somebody's like, "Yo, check it out. Here they are," and there'd be 3 lines there. Guess what I'm doing? One of them, at least. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they're offering more, sure. But
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. That's the point. Like back then, I didn't even ask what it was, man.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just figured, oh, these are all people of my people. They're all speed freaks. It's probably some speed.
I learned from my
Nope.
from my parents what not to do. I learned from
Good.
saw what they did, saw where they went, saw how much they had and what they, and there was, people in my life that I was like, you know what? Like,
Yep.
I don't want to be like that. I want to be like that guy. And
Yeah. Unfortunately for my parents were, well, my stepdad and my mom that were
Mostly.
around me, they were wonderful people, and they taught me what they wanted to teach me. But the whole nature versus nurture thing, I started hanging out with
Yeah.
people I shouldn't hang out with, and
Yeah.
started learning about stuff that I shouldn't learn about at that time. And back then we didn't have social media, so I just learned from word of mouth. Now you have kids learning everything on TikTok, so it's probably harder for them.
And
stuff.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Snapchat literally has no filter.
Yeah, and then look at the steroids.
there's a lot of
epidemic we have
filters
right
on
now.
Snapchat.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my pirate one I think is
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but I'm saying Dana Lynn Bailey was just talking about like steroids are being glamorized huge.
Oh,
by,
yeah.
like Sam and everybody right now, and that generation is going to think, oh, well, everybody needs to do steroids to get like this and stuff like that. So we are going, if that is the way that this generation is starting to go, we are going to see an uptick in people having problems from abusing steroids
100%.
more than we already see right now.
100%.
Yeah, but that's just how it is. And thankfully you can't put fentanyl in steroids until they figure out how to do that. I mean, pills, maybe they compress with it in, but you never know.
Good
You just
God.
never know. You just never
That's
know.
weird. Yeah.
That's terrible.
That's why you
horrible
don't
to think about.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad I was a junkie when I was a junkie. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm glad I'm not a junkie, but glad I'm not a junkie now. I'm glad you know what I mean? But
yeah, for real though.
if I had to choose again, I wouldn't be a junkie ever. And then, like you said about the whole brain shrinkage thing, like if I didn't waste my time being a junkie, doing drugs, partying, getting laid, living it up, like a fucking rock star. If I didn't, where would I be today? What would I have accomplished?
Yeah.
What is my opportunity cost?
Yep.
I wish we always say, "Oh, I wish I would have known then what I know now," and that's fucking dead on, dead on.
We probably wouldn't be doing a podcast with us. That's for sure.
No joke.
Because circling back around the alcohol, though, even all those drugs, even though I did all those drugs and I had those downfalls and everything like that, I was able to stop them and not have to worry about extreme crazy effects thereafter, like with alcohol. Like if you're addicted to alcohol, you can't just say, "Oh, this is fucking horrible. I'm at rock bottom. I'm just not going to stick a line up my nose today. Fuck this. I'm going to throw it all out. And I'm just not going to do it."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Heroin's harder because heroin, you have I never dealt with that. Thank the Lord. But heroin's like that because you have the relapse and everything after the heroin and everything. So that's a hard one.
That's
but alcohol is you literally can't. You can't even make the decision. Oh, well, I'm gonna go through my relapse and not doing any more heroin and sweat it on the couch for however many hours it needs to take me to get better on this. You can't even do that with alcohol.
Yeah,
you can't.
Oh, you can't.
You can't. You literally have to go get help.
Severe.
Yeah, right. But if you're when I think of alcoholism, I always tend to be drastic. So I'm thinking drastic, like
because alcoholism doesn't show up just in that.
I know. Alcoholism could be like, "Hey, this weekend's coming. I can't wait to drink all weekend long," or "Hey, I didn't have a drink today."
Yeah, exactly. Let me just quick.
You know what I mean? I only had 6, but yesterday, but I hadn't.
Just quick get this last study out, and then we'll talk about that.
Makes me sad, bro.
So the last statistic in the study from like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Remember the babies that were taken from their parents?
Yeah.
The last statistic in that one.
Holy shit, I forgot we were talking about that.
I thought he said that you were right and we were moving on.
No, I told him there was one more. We got to the mom and dad don't do it. We got to the dad does it. We got to the mom does it. What happens when the mom and the dad do it? The son is 33% more likely to become an alcoholic, and the daughter is 9.1% more likely. So it's actually more deadly for the daughters.
Wait, 9? So the daughters goes down?
It was
the
10,
daughters
right?
go down.
See, I remembered from 10
When
minutes
both
ago.
of
It
them?
says 10.
Yeah, weird.
That is weird. How does that work?
Weird.
weird.
So the mother's still an alcoholic, but the father's there, so it's like, oh, okay. Now, dad does it too? And I'm not that interested in it.
Both the parents are doing it. It's not cool. So anyways, all right, now let's get back to your point, which you were saying. When does it become a problem?
Yeah. When does it become a problem?
You made those really good points, and I'm sorry if I repeat them, but they're in here somewhere.
No,
There's
repetition is key.
There's orientating decisions around alcohol. Alcohol makes you make your decisions based on when you can have it.
Or
you're excited to get there. I think if you're super excited to get the drink, then something's up.
Something's wrong.
I'm not like that, man. I'm just not.
Like I would be more excited. Hey, I can't wait to go meet them, and then you have a drink there. I'm not even thinking about the drink. I'm thinking about seeing somebody.
So like,
you know what I mean, like I'm excited to go. Like if I'm going out to have a drink with you and Brian, it's going to be more like I can't wait to go out and have a drink with those guys. But it's not to go out and have the drink. I can't wait to go out with those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It would be more like a dinner thing. When I asked my friends to go out, I asked for dinner. I asked to go out, hey, man,
I'm the same way.
Let's go out to dinner.
Yeah. And if we have a drink while out there,
that's what I say.
Yeah.
And I barely ever do that.
You're the opposite?
I teeter-totter.
Oh, okay.
I teeter. If I'm going out with some boring ass people,
you're thinking about
I'm
drinking.
thinking about having a drink because I don't even want to be there.
Oh.
But if I'm going out,
why would you even go then?
That's a lot about poker nights. Thanks, buddy.
Oh no, poker nights.
That's gonna
hear that, guys.
That's not true. There are many poker nights I haven't drank. So.
I know.
that's gonna change as you get older, and you're just not even gonna want to waste your time going there. Because you're gonna look at it as what's the opportunity cost? I'm gonna go here by choice, and I have to drink to enjoy myself there.
Yeah.
It should be a red flag to say, why am I doing this?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But if I was going out with you guys, I wouldn't really need a drink if we were eating.
No, go eat.
Yeah.
Go to the port and get some wings.
Yeah.
Actually,
something.
no, I didn't drink when I went out with the other guys either. So, I mean,
It's more about
I don't
conversation.
need it.
You never
Like,
came
I
out
was-
with
It's
us.
about company.
Yeah, as we get older, it's
What?
conversation.
You never came out with us.
Camaraderie.
No,
I'm
I
just
mean,
kidding, man.
when I went out with the other guys and stuff.
Like we're going
But-
like say you go to Cigar International and have a stog. I say let's go to
Oh.
CI. You know what I mean? Let's go to Cigar. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And then you have a drink. You have a drink with a stog there, just a little cocktail.
Drink with
I don't smoke.
Yeah. You don't even inhale the stog, buddy.
I know. I don't do any
It's
of that.
just like a facade.
Don't peer pressure him.
I'm not. Sorry.
You
just
can't.
I'm addicted to that crap. Don't peer pressure
Oh,
him.
sorry, my
I
bad.
love
You can't.
cigars.
You
Oh,
can't.
that's
do
right.
it.
That's
You
right. You
can't.
do like cigars.
I'm not peer pressurable.
No, I go out there and I just puff on a stog.
I don't do anything I don't want to do.
Doubt.
I used to smoke a pipe.
Doubt.
What could you pressure me into doing?
I didn't say
You
me.
You're
got a
in gay
gerbil
shit.
in your ass,
I'm
bro.
not saying me.
Wow, you didn't even fucking get that one. Dude.
I didn't either.
Other
I
than
didn't-
gay shit. You didn't.
I
didn't hear you say that.
I didn't hear you say
Ah,
anything.
shit.
Apparently, you did it because you
No,
were
I was
joking.
trying-
Yeah.
I was too busy talking about the gerbil in your ass.
Heterosexual.
Doubt. Anyway.
That's not a doubt.
I don't
There's
know.
no doubt there.
I'm still questioning if he's trying to like reassure the crowd or him.
No, the crowd, not me. I know.
You're
Stop
gay.
it. Stop it.
Yes.
Oh, you
But that's
No,
another
no,
one.
hold on. He got
so anyway, where are we going to Cigar International? Watch him smoke a stog.
No, we are not. I do not support that at all.
It wouldn't happen. What? What the fuck?
I smoke
It's not
cigars now.
happening.
Back when I was younger, I only smoked
There's no
cigars if
peer
there was
pressure.
green stuff in
There's
the middle.
nothing.
Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, yeah, they don't have those
When I was
kind
younger,
of.
yeah. When I said when I
You
was
sneak
younger.
them in.
Now I smoke regular cigars. But back then I
Skin
wouldn't.
cigars.
Back then I wouldn't. Good one.
Oh, okay.
Skin. I've never heard of skin.
I just it's usually like a skin flute or something, but skin cigar.
Skin
know-
flute.
I know
I haven't
you're-
heard that one for a
I've
while.
heard that one. I know you're going to take Meat Hammer forward.
Never.
No?
No.
You're not going to talk about Meat Hammer?
No.
Meat
Probably
hammer.
not.
It has to be. It has to be a sledgehammer for me to call it a meat
Meat
hammer. All right. Anyways.
I may need alcohol.
I need.
What time is it?
I don't
Oh, the
know.
Eagles game's on. That's a good enough reason.
Oh man. All right.
Oh, I can't look.
Have it.
All right. So other things that are a sign you need to stop is when you can't stop thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
When you feel guilty about the things you're saying when you're drinking,
Mm-hmm.
you're having too much. When you start drinking and you can't stop.
Binge.
Yeah.
'Cause then
I-
you lose the buzz, man.
I always chase the buzz for the most part.
I
For
have
the
done
most
that.
part.
I have done that.
Yeah, that's what
I don't
do.
just drink a beer just to drink a beer. If I start drinking, it's because I want to feel the buzz. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this plays right into this. There is no such thing as one or two drinks for you. That's a problem. You can't just have one or two. You use it to escape feelings or decisions. That's a problem. That's a problem. You can't be hiding behind alcohol. You'll never face anything. You'll lose the ability to enjoy overcoming things.
Right.
Your brain rewires itself to say the pleasure is in not facing them rather than I've overcame them.
Yep.
Mm.
Fake butterfly effect.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
Yes.
Exactly
The
what it
came
is.
had me. Overcame. He said, thought it made butterfly.
Oh, Jesus. So this one's hard to break down because this one is drinking on a bored, good, or bad day. So how do you break that down? Because
Say what?
you're not going to have a day where it's not any of those three things. So that's kind of hard. If you're bored, you drink. If you're having a good day, you drink. If you're having a bad day, you drink. Like you're going to have one of
So
those three
what-
things.
What kind of day is left then?
Yeah, there's none. There's no day left. So that one
A
didn't
good
make
day
much
or a
sense.
bad day you're drinking. That's okay. Well, those are the two right there. That's it.
I mean, what if can they like level each other out and then it's just a day? Like,
That
oh,
didn't
my
make
eyes
sense.
Or
better.
what about an exciting day? But that's a good day.
What
I
about,
think they're saying
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Oh, okay. They're saying it doesn't matter the feeling of the day. You need a drink. So you're celebrating, you need a drink. You're sad, you need a drink.
Then it's a
You're
problem.
bored, you need a drink.
That's a
Maybe
problem.
that's a
Okay.
problem.
I breathe, I need a drink.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You compartmentalize when to drink. Caveat, you still have to do that when you're not an alcoholic.
Yeah. When can I drink?
But the one guy I listened to that went in on this, he said it's more so you're looking at life as, okay, these are the times I can't drink, rather than, oh, I'm going to have a drink later on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start shifting what you're planning on not drinking rather than drinking.
Or planning your day around so you can go and get drinks. Like I watched the one video of some woman that has to drink all these cans of beer to function in the day or something like that. And she was like, okay, so at this point in time in my day, I normally leave the office and I go to this place and I have my 40-ounce beer and I get it. And then I get my second 40-ounce beer and then I go back to the office. I forgot. I just saw a video like that reminded me of it. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty sad.
Crazy.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those types of videos where you have to,
crazy.
as soon as they can't even go at night sleep without having to take alcohol. Their body won't let them sleep without at least putting some in while they're sleeping.
Mhm.
And they hide it from their wives and
Well, how
stuff.
about did you see the dude that was actually getting a bottle and putting vodka in the bottle and putting it in the sink like it looks like garbage? So in the morning you come down like he's cleaning the dishes up or whatever like that, and then doing a shot that nobody notices and stuff like that. Like
I
he's
see
like, oh,
lots of
day
them like
whatever
that.
of hiding alcoholism from my family.
Yeah. I
He's
see a
hiding
lot of them hiding in peanut butter jars and
Yep.
Jello cups, all sorts of.
Yeah.
And one of the doctors said you would be surprised how many people are functioning, well, not functioning, but alcoholics,
Mm.
and they still have a regular job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. So,
Yep.
so here's the big ones that I thought were pretty interesting that I don't think many people realize they have a problem because these are so kind of oblivious. Externals. You justify drinking because you are financially set and have no worries. So you're not an alcoholic. Look, my life's together.
Justification.
Yep.
Justification.
Yeah. That's a scary one because that is so easy to fall into. I'm not an
Mhm.
alcoholic. I just need a drink here and there. I just need a drink. I'm just
My job
taking
is
the
very
edge off
stressful.
every day.
My job is stressful.
Yeah. Finances do not justify alcohol abuse and or the state of being an alcoholic. They just don't.
But
You can be rich and an alcoholic.
Fine, but that's depression. Finances equal depression. If your finances are crazy and you can't make ends meet and you're struggling and you don't know what you're going to do for money, this, that, and the other thing, that all leads to depression, which then leads you to drink, which is a depressant.
Yeah. But the nice thing about that, it's easier for that person to quit
Yeah.
than it is for the person that does have money and is an
Oh
alcoholic.
yeah, absolutely.
Much easier
Yeah,
for that person.
Because their depression will stop once they get their money or they get back on their feet.
Yeah.
Well, the wealthy guy, what do they have to do? They have to hit rock bottom to stop if it goes that deep.
Yeah. And
Think about it, because you're already at the top. You have to fall off the top of the ladder
Right.
to hit yourself in the face and say, I'm a fucking drunk.
Not
What
like
am I
you're gonna
doing?
run out of money.
And now you got to climb back the fuck up again. Or you're going to be an acting drunk at your business and you're that wealthy that you make a decision on a drunk attitude or something like that, and your fucking business crumbles. And now you got to figure it out. But again, that would be rock bottom. And that's, I needed rock bottom, not because I was wealthy, just because I was oblivious to myself. Ignorance is bliss. You know what I mean? But that's what I needed. I was the rock bottom guy. Not cool.
No.
Not cool.
There's nothing cool about that.
No.
But the other thing is, if you're not rich, but you are taking care of your family, you justify drinking because your family is taken care
Well,
of.
my
You
family's
may
good.
not be rich,
Mm.
but your family's okay. You're just having a few beers or just having a few drinks. No.
You're-
No, you can't justify it that way.
Nope.
So that's a lot of, I mean, I never realized how much really people make excuses for it, and how
Mhm.
much you could be oblivious to it. Just keep going through. Oh no, I'm fine. Look, I can work. My dad's an alcoholic for his whole life, pretty much.
Mhm.
He can weld a spot weld while drunk. Perfect.
Hopefully, you guys hear this and like become a little bit more self-aware about yourself, and realize that if you are falling under these categories, try and get some help.
Or do well, like what Brian did with his medication. If you start feeling yourself going down that hole where you're saying, I need another drink, or I need to go out and drink more, or whatever, take that as a red flag that something's up, that there's something else going on there. I mean, in Brian's case, it was just an injury that led to medication that led to an opioid epidemic, kind of, sort of, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that'll.
That's what it would have been.
Well, I mean, I just did my thing to my eye. My pain was that intense. They gave me 13 oxys.
God.
So how many oxys do you think I took?
Hope 0.
3.
Oh,
I took 3.
God.
I was in a lot of pain, dude.
Oh,
so
were
I
you?
took 3.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
that makes
and
sense.
I only took them at night before
That's
I went
hard.
to bed because I
Yeah.
needed to go to sleep, and I knew that me getting deep sleep with my eye closed would help me heal faster.
Yes, sleeping heals your eye. How
Yes,
cool is that?
yes. So
I had a lot of eye
um,
scratches.
yeah, so I was like, oh, well, how am I going to do this? So I just took a pill, and I only took it at night. Throughout the day, I didn't even take ibuprofen or anything. I just dealt with it. I just
Wow.
dealt with it. I had a patch on. That really helped me. Once I got the patch, I
and
was
they put a
good.
contact over it.
That was oh man. It happened Christmas Day around 1:00. I suffered. I went to the ED probably around 8:00 that night
It went from 1 to 8.
with alcohol in the ED. Yeah, we were in Quaker.
What?
We were at the woman's.
Oh man,
And
I'd have
wanna
been there
ru-
in an hour.
I didn't want to ruin it. Well, I didn't know how bad it was either. I'm like, maybe it's just a little scratch. I had one before. I already put antibiotics in it because we had antibiotics at the house.
Oh,
So I was like, all right, cool. I put antibiotics in it, and they weren't like old or anything. You know what I mean? Expired. So I did that. We went down there, and I'm like, nah, on the way home, ED it is. So I went to the ED. That's
ED
where
happens with old age.
sorry, emergency department. Everybody calls it an ER, but I know it is
ED
as
happens
the
old
ED.
age. 41 ED happens.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't have wrong with me. Actually, fucking weird as that is. But anyway, so I went to the hospital then, and then the night they said, well, if you don't feel better Wednesday, go to the specialist. And I said, oh, I'm going to the specialist tomorrow. Something's not, you know what I mean? This is painful. And the size of that hall, I said,
that is huge.
you know what I mean? So there was not one specialist in Schuylkill County, Reading, Lebanon. Not one ophthalmologist. I called every ophthalmologist I could, every specialist. Not one in service. So then I had to wait until Wednesday, and then that's when they put the contact on.
Oh, because of the day. Because there's
Because the day after
there's one in-
Christmas.
Oh, okay. Because I know of one.
And what are they, it always
Scoop.
happens right on the
Yeah.
the worst day.
Right.
Like that's happened to me before, like where I had tooth pain or something on
Yeah.
Christmas. Like,
Yep.
and you can't do shit because what
Well,
are you gonna do?
my friend's
Like-
my friend's wife broke her molar, and she couldn't find a dentist either. Back, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. They're just not working. But then now I got a new ophthalmologist, right? This woman is helping me out. She's wonderful. She's young. She's wonderful. And she said, "Oh, well, you should have just let the emergency line pick up. I would have came in for you." I said,
Oh,
"Well, that would have been awesome." But
shit.
now I said, "Well, I guess I'm going to definitely stay with you then, aren't I?" Because like I know if something bad happens,
You're gonna be
you're there. You know what I mean? So it was a blessing. You got to look at the silver lining. It was a blessing in disguise. And I'm having my sight coming back and stuff. But you know how it is. It's so a little blurry until the surface scratches go
Never
away.
had a bad one. The worst I had, it took a day or two to heal.
That's usually what it takes.
Yeah, I
it took
never had
me-
a bad one.
It took me 5
My
days to
vision
not
gets
see blurry.
blurry when I drink.
4 days.
Thanks.
drink
Which is
that
what
often.
this episode's
You're
about.
really good at bringing us
Thanks,
back,
buddy.
by the way. Yeah, let's get back to this. The real problem's going
But yeah,
on here.
I mean, we started
right.
with, if you start feeling this, like what
Yeah.
Brian dealt with,
Yep. And then somehow we got on.
it should be a red flag for you to chill.
So the last one in there with when it becomes a problem is if you keep thinking about it, if it dominates in your mind, if you keep thinking about, oh, this weekend I want to get to this, I want to drink this, I'm gonna drink this, I'm gonna go to this bar. If that keeps running in your head, you got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's already too far, actually. And that's sad to say, because like
That's pretty much
everybody's there around here. Like everybody.
There's nothing to do around here. That's the problem. Like if you go to the city, there's so much more to do. There's a lot more riffraff, but there's so much more to do in the city than there is here. Like we don't have really anything.
Well, I mean,
to
the
do here.
population is what kills it because you don't. Like in cities, you have like 50,000 people. Here you got 16. Like,
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? So what are you going to put here that's going to be Like,
Yeah, you need like in those areas, you just need like a majority of people to like what you're implementing for
Yeah.
like something to do. Here, you really have to have like everybody interested in it.
Yeah.
So what
everybody
is
has to be
what is one thing? Good point. What is one thing that you're going to have everybody,
drinking?
drinking?
Alcohol.
Drink.
Well, not the kids. You know what I mean?
But yeah, no, the
Mm.
kids.
Unfortunately, there are some
Well, I did see numbers from 12 and up. I think.
fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
What are they? I don't know if I have
This
that.
used to be like
Do I have that?
one of the worst areas
Oh, I
in the
do have
world
a youth
for-
section.
Do you have youth section?
Oh, yeah.
Used
I
to be
do.
like one of the worst areas in the world for underage drinking.
Bloomsburg. How about Bloomsburg
Yeah, my grandpa-
College? What about that?
My grandpa was 8 years old at the bar.
What?
He'd come out of the coal mines, go to the bar.
Was he a door boy?
Breaker boy.
Baker boy.
Fucking crazy.
Mhm.
Fucking crazy.
Oh, door boy,
Died
Baker
of black
boys.
lung.
That stuff. That's on the which podcast number
That
is
was
that? I guess we all
it
know
was the
number.
Molly
Yeah,
McGuire's episode.
Molly McGuire's. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was the Molly McGuire's episode.
Yeah, great
number.
episode.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
Yeah, I can't
What
remember
number was that,
numbers.
bro?
I think
I'll
it was
give you
like
a title. I
9.
ain't giving you a number.
Was it 7?
It'd be great if like we released these and the number we're doing them.
I think it was 6. 7 was Jim Thorpe. 8 was
I don't know.
8 was Dan.
So speaking
I
about
listen.
numbers,
Yes.
Way to bring it back around.
Way to bring it back. Good job. You're good at that.
I am terrible at it. Speaking of numbers,
That time, shit.
all right. You guys want to talk about adult alcoholism? Or are you guys ready to move on to drunk driving or youth? Which one do you want to dive into first?
Let's
we
keep
got
drunk
it.
driving at the
Yeah,
end.
let's-
At the
yeah,
end.
at the end.
yeah.
Yeah,
All
go-
right.
I would maybe.
Because that's very personal to me right now.
Yeah,
Yes,
go to
that's-
go to
that's
go
kinda
to
wild.
Youth
go to-
first.
Yeah, youth.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
youth.
All right, youth. Freaking wild numbers. Underage drinking is a significant public health problem in the U.S. Excessive drinking is responsible for more than 3,900 deaths and 225,000 years of potential life loss among people under age 21.
Mm.
Underage drinking costs the U.S. $24 billion.
Wow.
It cost the U.S. $24 billion.
In
Yeah,
health-
in
in
like health and
Holy shit.
insurance and hospital and yeah. The youth who do drink are more likely to experience school problems, higher rates of absence, lower grades, social problems such as fighting or lack of participation in youth activities. Actually, that's a sad one. My son knows a kid who got into vaping and alcohol, and he was a wrestler and the runners, track and field guy.
Track and field.
Can't do any of them anymore.
Why?
He's all messed up from the vaping and the drinking.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess because their lungs and everything are still underdeveloped until they're older, right?
Yes. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
He
crazy.
just said he can't keep up with them anymore. He can't move as fast anymore. He feels like crap. He wants to get off of it.
Oh, he's on it still. That's
Sad.
why.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He never got off it. Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
There's a lot of shitty people around here giving kids this stuff. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't care what you say. Fuck you.
Noted.
I don't care if you go over to Paris and everybody can drink. Guess what? They don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. So physical problems such as hangovers or illness, obviously. Unwanted, unplanned, and unprotected sex.
What?
Never.
That doesn't happen.
E. Physical and sexual violence, increased risk of suicide, and homicide.
Yep.
What else do we got? Misuse of other substances, changes in brain development that may have lifelong effects. If you're under 21 drinking, you can mess your brain up. You can screw your brain up for the rest of your life if you're under 21 drinking. Freaking scary.
Wow. That explains a lot.
Yep. I started young.
I feel
I
that
did
too.
Just you drink gallon jugs out of the tap when I was younger. Just fill like tap up with premium, jump in the car, go for a valley ride.
Oh, dude.
Valley
Wait,
ride.
What are you talking about?
Valley ride.
I'm gonna get to ethanol in a minute, but what the heck are you talking about?
And talk about that's what we used to do. We used to like get like a milk jug or whatever, like a gallon milk jug, and just put that underneath the tap at somebody's house and fill it up with beer, and then drive around the valley.
I thought you meant you were getting gas.
No.
I never heard of valley rides until I was dating my ex-girlfriend, and she was from like a Shenandoah area. She'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna go on a valley ride." I didn't know what the fuck she was talking
Did you
about.
ride out in the valley?
Go out and driving. While I was driving, she was drinking. Like that was like a.
That's it. That's the thing.
Yeah, I was like,
That's crazy.
I said we call this a booze cruise. I don't know what.
Oh yeah, booze cruise.
We call it a booze cruise.
Yeah.
I'm not a valley ride.
No,
I don't like those. Actually.
I don't either. I don't either. No, I don't.
Yeah, no. We did booze cruises too, but we just drive through Shenandoah drinking.
Right.
See, I don't like drinking in a car.
Shenandoah.
But
I can't
Valleys
drink in a car.
we
I
go
don't like it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like
Road sodas? You don't like road sodas?
Road sodas.
No, I hate them.
Bro, there was
My
times-
friends, all my friends, all of our friends, road soda.
Bro, that-
Get some road sodas.
I have
I'm
lots of friends like that.
I'm good. Thanks, buddy. I'm good.
I have lots of friends. Like I also have friends when I was younger. I used to also have friends that used to drive at 90 miles an hour on 81 and pass beers between cars. I mean,
Holy shit.
it is what it is. It is what it is. I've been through some crazy shit.
Kill somebody.
Been through some crazy shit, man.
We'll get to that in a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I don't
so-
condone any of this, by the way. I was a
No,
dumb
I don't
piece
either.
of shit. I was a dumb piece of shit. I take pride in the man I am today because I'm not the version I once was.
You can still get open container charges even if you're not drinking while
True that.
driving. So.
Yeah.
Even if the
Dude,
bottle's
dude.
empty that you drank last night. Did you know that? You have
Yeah.
an empty bottle in the back.
Yeah.
I did know that.
In Georgia, it's so strict. I think it's Georgia. Oh God, don't murder me. It's somewhere in Georgia. It's got to be Georgia. Anyways, you can get in trouble for walking outside with the bottles in a trash bag.
What?
Yeah, if you're under 21, you can't even walk out with a trash bag of them.
If your parents threw away a bunch of.
Can't walk out with it.
Wow. That's a little
That's a
much.
little excessive.
That's a
Yeah.
little much.
Is it
It's a
something they
serious
enforce?
problem.
Is it something they enforce?
It's not. How
Right,
do
I
they
don't
know
think
what's
so.
in the bag?
I know.
That's a little much.
Just like I think
I
it's
bet they got
illegal.
funding for it though.
It's illegal
Oh,
in
they probably did.
California. It's
Lots of
illegal in
funding.
California to set a mousetrap without a hunting license.
Oh my freaking
What?
God.
Is it something they enforce?
we have lost it.
There's a
What?
bunch of. Oh yeah, bring it on back. Bring it on back.
We should do a weird laws episode. There's so many.
There's one like they're in a
Oh my
state
God.
you can't wear swimming
No,
shorts.
shut up. Shh, shh,
Okay.
shh. It's gonna be on that episode, and we are definitely doing it.
Okay.
I put it in the notes.
Kind of really want to know what you were gonna say. No,
Talk
save
about it
it,
after.
save it.
Later.
And I kind of want to know. All right, let's do a 2021 study. From the Youth Risk Behavior. Oh, I forget where I got this from. It might have been. I think this was CDC. I have a link here. I forget, but it's legitimate. So in the past 30 days, 23% of underage drank alcohol. Basically one out of every 4 kids in the last 30 days drank alcohol. That's a lot. That's a lot. What the? 11%
Wow.
binge drank in the last 30 days.
What are the age groups here?
21 and under.
Just 21 and under.
Just 21 and under.
21.
There's
I
not.
can't imagine they're surveying 8-year-olds.
Right.
That's probably
Yeah.
like teenagers.
12 and up.
I'd have
flex
to-
his ass.
Have to. Hey, man. Probably does start young. I wouldn't. I mean, I started super young. Fortunately.
So did
Anyways,
So how about this one?
I.
I have one
14.
go ahead.
real quick because we're talking about numbers. So 12 to 17, 414,000 adolescents had alcoholism.
Damn.
That's what I got.
400,000.
414,000 aged between 12 and 17.
Holy
And that's as of
shit.
2023.
In the U.S. or in the world?
That's US.
in the
There's
US.
only 300 million in the US, right?
300 million people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy God. Kids.
A lot of kids.
Oh my God. That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
It says mine says 14.5 million people aged 12 and older had alcoholism, or they call it AUD.
AUD. Yeah.
9 million men and 5.5 million women.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
So many.
And only 9% or 7.2% of adults with AUD receive treatment in the past year. It says only 7.2% of adults with AUD received treatment in the past year. So only 9% of the total people with alcoholism received.
That they know of.
7%.
That they know.
9%.
That's known.
7%.
Yes.
That's known. Yes. All these numbers are known because you have to have your controller, your known factors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, right?
God.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, think about it, bro. How young were you when you drank? I mean,
14.
yeah, same.
14.
13, 14. You know what I mean?
Living in 14th?
Mhm.
Like
Not the same for all of us. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had my first drink when I was 3.
I did too.
My
I was
dad
pretty
let
young.
me have some.
Oh,
I was outside at my nan's house on the porch. My uncle Ronnie, who is the guy that died from cirrhosis of the liver, put his beer down, and I picked it up, and he said, "Go ahead, take a sip." And I took a sip.
Tastes horrible.
I did not like it.
Oh, acquired taste.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like the taste of beer. That
Nobody
helps.
does.
I do.
Nobody
Nobody
does. No, you acquire the taste and social imprint is put on you.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah. How crazy is that?
Pretty
Because
crazy,
everybody's like, hey, you gotta acquire the taste. No, you'll like it. It's good. No, nobody actually likes it.
I mean, I like
It's all psychological.
I like a light beer
It's
with a
weird.
steak. I like the way that the light
Ugh.
beer brings out a steak.
You
Can't
don't
eat
like
and
it,
drink.
really.
I do like it.
You don't, though. That's what he's saying. You don't actually like it.
I don't mind.
You did not.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. But
maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
psychology changes a lot of things in our heads.
And maybe you
That's
like,
true.
and maybe that's why you like the apple because they have to put that apple shit in there for you to actually like the beer.
Maybe.
Yep.
True.
Yeah, but you can acquire a taste. That is real.
Yeah.
You actually can
Really?
acquire a taste.
Well, yeah.
for it.
I mean, I
That is
used to
real.
think bourbon was disgusting, but that's actually my liquor of taste right now.
You're
Drank it a
whiskey
lot.
Didn't like
sick.
that.
You used to
Bourbon.
think wiener tasted bad too, didn't you? Until you
Yep.
had enough of that.
Yep.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
all the experience there, buddy.
No, I don't.
We wouldn't know.
I already put the joke on Frank. You can't turn it back on me.
I'm waiting for that
It don't
chocolate
work
covered
like that.
gerbil to run
That's
out.
not a thing we do. We don't turn the joke around. We accept the joke happened and we move on.
I'm waiting for that chocolate covered gerbil.
I'll
to
start
run out.
targeting you if you want, fucker.
Gerbil.
All right, so
Scroll.
where are we at here?
Gerbil.
Chocolate covered gerbil. Don't know what the name
I'd
is.
have to be drunk for that to happen, Frank. Let's just put that out there. I'd have to be wasted.
Well, we'll get you a case of apples, fritter
Apple.
shits or whatever each.
Apple fritters. What are we? Wait,
Oh,
what is?
that
I was
that
reading.
sounds
What
like something
happened?
my nan used to ask me to get her an apple, a Dutch crumb or something like that.
Oh,
Apple
Dutch
crumb.
oven what?
But she always called it an apple fritter. Can you give me an apple fritter? Give me an apple fritter. And I'm like, that's not what you want. That's you don't want that. She say it all the time. So that made me think of that. That was a good memory.
It's funny.
Thanks
I
for
kind of actually want one now.
that. Yeah.
Run over to.
I got the stomach flu right after I ate a Dutch crumb
Really?
apple cake,
Oh,
and never eat Dutch crumb apple
Ugh.
ever again in my life.
That's how
Ever.
that's how I am with
Because it's just all.
yeah.
firewater.
Ugh.
Oh,
And oranges. One time I was a kid. I was playing around eating oranges and using the peel like a mouthpiece, pretending I was boxing and stuff. And I don't know if I was moving around or whatever made me throw up. I can't eat oranges. Haven't really eaten an orange much since then. And that was 26 years ago or 27 years.
I love oranges.
I like them. Not really.
Is that what your name is, Squirrel? Oranges.
Squirrel.
Or whatever.
It's a squirrel
It's a
now.
gerbil.
What the hell this
Where's
changed?
different sizes? You know how that
No,
goes.
I don't.
All right.
It's
Jeez,
one
I'm
size
Scott.
and nothing goes inside of
So you
it.
only have one size then.
Yeah, my butthole does not change sizes.
It
Yeah,
has to. Why do you poop come out?
it's still the same size, just stretches a little bit. I guess.
See, there you go.
Isn't that why it's all crinkly? Because
The fuck are we talking
the
about?
butthole. Isn't that why the butthole looks
It looks like a
crinkly?
balloon
'Cause
nut.
when you
No,
when
what
it
do you mean
opens up,
crinkly?
it just pulls the crinkles out of it.
Oh my God.
Doesn't it do that? Am I wrong?
Oh my god.
I love how we're talking about balloon nuts now.
Balloon nuts. What you just said?
A balloon nut.
Balloon knot.
Remember we?
No, it was a joke.
Balloon nuts.
Thanks.
Balloon nuts.
What the hell is a balloon nut?
Devil's onion ring.
Chocolate starfish.
I
All right, let's get back to alcohol.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
not, rather.
that's what this podcast is about. I forgot.
So here was an interesting one. A 5% increase in binge drinking among adults in a community is associated with, now get this, a 12% increase in chance of underage drinking. So
Okay.
a little bit of more of adults drinking causes a lot of bit more of children drinking.
Wow.
Big
stop
impact,
drinking.
Big impact. Obviously, I don't think we have to say this, but if you're a parent and you drink, you're more likely to have your kid drink, especially if they're still in the house with you.
Yeah.
Genetically, first of all, and then environmentally, second of all. Like that should be pretty friggin' obvious.
Mm-hmm.
If not, then you learn something.
Captain Obvious.
Here's something. Ethanol. So ethanol is what actually gets us drunk.
They put it in our gas.
It's the same thing.
Really?
It's the same freaking ethanol that's in gas.
Oh.
Same thing.
So I can drink gas and get drunk?
Yeah, you can actually, but you'll die. Because the additives are different in gas, but the ethanol is still the same. And because it's a toxin poison,
Yeah.
was the poisoning. It's just less and controlled.
All right.
Fucking crazy.
I don't want to drink anymore.
I mean, is that why they say, oh, you could run the car off of this shit?
That's why. It's
Wow.
the same shit, and you
Wow.
probably can.
Wow.
I thought there has been like instances where they've taken like a very potent alcohol
Like Everclear or something.
and poured it into an engine and
Shine.
it ran.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, it's the same freaking thing.
A carb cleaner.
Freaking wild. We drink it. All
I'm
right.
surprised the body handles it.
Doesn't.
Doesn't.
Wow.
I think that's the point.
It doesn't like
1 to
Wow.
2 drinks is max now. Oh, your body doesn't handle it. You just think you are. Wait till you're 70. We'll see how you're doing.
Yep.
Not good. Yeah, you might not even make it till then.
I'm glad I don't drink. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be like a 90-year-old, like, I don't know, fucking Olympian. What's
Love-
gonna happen?
Love to see it. Love to see it.
I don't drink either. Barely ever drink.
Yeah. I
Or
don't
if I
drink
die because I'm
anymore
an
either,
organ
really.
donor, somebody's gonna get some very good body parts.
Minus the
very-
gerbil.
Yeah,
Huh?
don't
Minus
give
the
him a
gerbil.
gerbil.
It's the gerbil.
Oh man, I got a gerbil with my parts.
Why is this rectum so scratched up?
Does he have IBD? No, he had a gerbil.
Where did this whole fucking gerbil thing come
I
from?
don't know. Where'd
There's
you
a
figure it
South
out?
Park episode where the gerbil goes up. Remember that? It's
There's
like the
one in Family Guy
gerbil
too.
is like on an adventure inside the
It's
one
like, all right,
teacher's
fine.
butthole going through it. It was in reference
Mr.
to that
Garrison?
other guy's name
Mr. Garrison?
because that story is
Mr.
so well
Garrison.
known.
Mr.
They
Garrison?
did it in
Yeah.
Family Guy too. They were like, "Where's the egg?" He's like, "I know the story. It's in your butt." And then it was like,
Oh, that's from a
gerbil.
watch. That's a watch.
A
That's
gerbil came out, ran down, grabbed the egg, and ran back up him.
So that one about that's a what? That's a movie. That's a movie that it was like I think it was Christopher Walken had that watch, and he's like, "This is your father's watch. He died, and I was in prison, but your father told me that I got to bring you this watch, so I hid this watch in my ass, and I brought it home for you." And he handed the kid that father's watch that he bestowed in his ass.
Hey.
So they want to steal off him. I forget what movie it is, but it was Christopher Walken. And then, you know how Christopher Walken is because he's like, I have this watch. I stored it in my ass. You know how Christopher Walken is? You know, it's fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah.
What an awesome episode.
How
Number-
crazy is it how he made such a different voice in acting? You ever really like contemplate how different he was from every single other person? That's wild.
What
Yeah.
won me over with him was the music video from Fatboy Slim. You ever see that?
No.
Dude, do you ever hear that song? You could go with this, or you could go with that.
that. Yeah,
or you
yeah.
could
You
go
can get
with
with this,
or
or you can get with that.
Yeah.
Well, Christopher Walken, that music video is just him dancing.
Oh,
And
really?
it's fucking awesome. You got to see it.
Never
We'll
seen
see it. We'll see
it.
it when we're done. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. All right. So that's basically what I got for kids.
All
I know
right.
you got some more stuff, Frank?
No. I just had those couple little numbers. You hit on the other numbers.
Yeah.
Our numbers were a little different on the economic burden, but I went with yours. Like
Oh,
yours.
okay.
Mine's a lot higher, so I figure yours would be.
Well, mine was
yours are in 21, right?
21.
Two-
Mine's older.
249 billion in 23.
200.
Economic
And
billion.
49
It says
billion?
economic
Hold
burden
on.
over 249
How
billion
did it
per
jump
year.
that much? Ain't no way.
That's why I said I didn't go with it.
What is going on?
That's why I said I didn't go with it.
Maybe since Biden's been in office, it's been fucking worse.
I mean, you never know.
Okay. That one is not the one okay, there was a 2021 one, but that wasn't the 2021 one. That one was 2010.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense then.
Okay.
That's 13
That's why I
years.
didn't. That's why I didn't really get
Thanks,
into
Joe
it. I
Biden.
didn't really get into it
Because you figured 2020
Mhm.
that made millions of alcoholics.
Yeah.
Millions. Literally made
yeah, because they sat at home and did what?
Frank.
Dude, how about this? It's embraced so hard that there's companies that do virtual happy hours that they could get a drink and just enjoy a happy hour together. Dude, some organizations to congratulate or to reward employees, they have a free happy hour. Yeah.
That was not a word.
Happy hour. Happy hour is really big in cities. Happy hour is like a monster thing in cities. Like every bar you go to, it's all these happy hour. I mean, we do it here too. We have happy hours here, but like happy hour is massive in cities.
You're a company and you're fucking paying for that shit.
I'm never
You're
happy for a
celebrating
full
that.
hour.
Fuck you. Wait,
More than that. It's more than an hour.
I'm
I mean,
never happy for
okay.
a full hour.
yeah, the
What
fucking
massage
hard
parlor you're going to? No,
the fucking hard truth
So
on
it
that.
would only last 13 seconds anyway. So sorry.
The fucking hard truth on that is you're giving away, setting time, getting paid to give the number one drug in the entire world to destroy families, kids' lives. So fuck you. Fuck you, any company that does that. Fuck you.
This is what it is, man. It's like the pizza party thing. That's what it is.
Wrong
It's
with
an
you.
adult
Fuck
pizza
you
party.
and your dog.
We're not going to give you any more salary. We're not going to give you anything else. Instead, we're going to have a pizza party for you. Or this time, we're just going to get together for a happy hour. And it's not on the clock. You go there after work to have a happy hour. We're going to have after work today, or we might leave, if salary or whatever, we might leave 20 minutes early or 15 minutes early to go over and join happy hour. That'll be the most. So it's not like on the businesses.
Drunk driving.
Mhm.
Here's what I do have. This is another 2021 study. Frank, if you got something more current, we'll compare it then.
Did not do drunk driving.
So every day, about 37 people in the United States die in drunk driving crashes.
How many?
37.
37 die.
That's one person every 39 minutes. Every 39 minutes, a person dies from drunk driving. This is 2021. So it might have went up or down. I don't know.
I'm looking.
13,384 people died in alcohol impaired driving traffic deaths.
So not necessarily drunk.
Not drunk. That's crazy. So 37 people in drunk, and then 13,000 over the whole year in impaired. So you're
That's a
below
lot.
the limit, which is, what is the limit?
0.3?
3?
No, I think it's like 0.8.
Two?
No,
0.6, I think.
0.6.
6?
3 drinks. The only one I got is 2020.
Oh, okay. All right. Wasn't sure if there was more current data out there, but
No, the only
that's
thing
what
that
I
I'm
have.
seeing is from the Highway Traffic Safety Administration in 2020 and 11/6.
Okay. Yep. All right. So, we all know alcohol impairs you. It's what it does.
Yep.
Literally what it does.
Slows your reaction time,
Alters your decision making.
lowers your inhibitions.
Yeah. So I have, my niece just was in an accident, as you guys know, but you guys don't. My niece was just in an accident. Very sad because she just turned 21. Just turned 21. And you know, we all did the basic texts and stuff, you know, hey, you need a ride, I could be your designated driver. We did all that stuff.
Mhm.
But, you know, she's a 21-year-old, very independent woman. She went out, she had her time, and a drunk driver drove her. And she was so drunk and inebriated, she didn't really realize, she knew he was drunk, The drunk driver drove her.
Mhm.
They got into an accident and she literally almost died. She was on life support and it saved her life twice. So, or not life support. What's the breathing one? The
The
ventilator.
respirator ventilator, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she was on that and it saved her life twice. But she should have died.
Right.
If somebody wouldn't have gotten there in time, she would be dead.
Yeah.
She stopped breathing. So, I mean, yeah, 21's great, but man, check on your 21-year-olds. Check on your 21-year-olds. And one beer, no gear.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's been my motto my whole life. I don't drive. I as few as one beer. One beer.
How many beers you have
So-
now?
One beer, guys. Just
My-
one beer.
Where's your-
officer?
My uncle actually died from a drunk driving accident. He was not driving; he was a passenger, but he died. Right in Kabul,
Oh
actually.
shit.
Yep. There was another time, believe it or not. So it's a
What?
weird thing. So tell me God's not real for this one. So anyway, I heard a loud bang the one day. I was in my house and I heard this really loud like bang, and I didn't know what it was. Power went out, came back on. I ran outside and I looked down the street and there was a car parked in the middle of the road. So I ran down just to check because I wanted to make sure everybody was okay because I obviously knew it was an accident. And ran down and a guy that I knew I went to high school with, I'm not gonna say his name, but I was like, "Hey man, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Check on them." And he was pointing over to the daycare that was at the end of the road, and I was like, "What?" I didn't see another car. I ran down. There was like one car in the road. And I look over and I see, and I didn't even realize it when I got down there because you wouldn't think to look for this, but there was a huge hole in the side of the daycare. A car went through the wall right into the daycare. Now,
Oh.
I heard from them that every day where this car was parked is right where the kids nap. And it was right around their nap time. For some reason that day, one of the kids fell asleep in one of the back rooms. So they decided to let all the kids nap in that back room that day. So none of the kids were in that spot. But if they would have napped in their normal area, they would have been right where this car went. And then we found out later that the lady that went through the wall was actually drinking and driving and hit this guy's car and then slid straight off his car right into the building. So it could have been a lot worse than it was. So yeah, don't drink and drive.
No, it's just
Don't
not.
drink and drive.
No,
Could have
you
been
see-
bad, man.
You see the horror stories all over the place. What about that husband and wife that were just married on the golf cart and some chick mowed them down and killed the wife? That was I saw a TikTok on that.
And you know, the problem is I know dozens of people, young and old, that will get in a car after having a few beers.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the bar, you get in your car, you drive home. Everybody goes to the bars around
Yep.
here. That's what you do. You go to a friend's house, you drink. I know dozens of people that do it. It's got to stop. He's got one beer, no gear. Like, figure out.
Get a ride.
Get an Uber. If you have a 21-year-old, give him an Uber gift card. For fuck's sake, save their life.
Well, the problem is we don't have that shit here. We have Skook rides, which I don't know much about. I just see a car running around. We have one Uber that cost me $50 back in the day to go from my house to Hamburg
Is that how much?
one way, and it was
Holy shit.
30 minutes for him to get to my house.
Yeah.
Like, how long is this, Dad?
Jesus, God. He must have loved your.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I was just curious. I wanted like, do we have any Ubers? We do. How much would it be for me to get? Holy shit! No.
I think there's a Lyft guy around here too.
Is there a Lyft?
Yeah, I
guy?
think there is.
Nope.
Yeah, pretty sure. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've seen
Like, how
them.
much is your kid's life worth?
Yeah.
You live in an area without
Priceless.
Uber? How much is your
Drive.
kid's life worth?
Yep.
How much is it worth?
Priceless.
They don't want you to drive them around. Your mom and dad. It's not cool. They're still young. Learn that. Figure it out.
Yep.
I mean, if you got a great relationship and they want you to do that, fucking praise God and be glad about that. Because then you can be the, how many times have designated drivers gotten drunk? Lots.
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 I used to be a DD drunk driver.
That's the wrong DD. Hold on.
Yeah, DD drunk driver over here.
I was the
shot.
designated.
Yeah.
I was the DD too. I was the designated drunk for that trip.
No, for real. Like, it's more serious than you think. And so many people get away with it. Sometimes every day. It's not worth it. This was their first time going out at 21. First time going out at 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like, figure your shit out, guys.
Not worth
It's
it.
not just you're affecting either. When you get in the car and you've had a few drinks, you're affecting everybody around you. You got a 3-year-old in the car next to you that you could be murdering.
Yeah.
Murdering.
It's vehicular homicide.
Murder.
You're going to jail.
Yeah.
Life-changing event.
Life changing.
Yeah. You got
That's a
30
mistake
years.
you cannot get away from. There's no turning around. There's no going back.
Yep. And even still, if you didn't even hit anybody, you just get a DUI. That's $5 grand.
$5,000 and no license.
Isn't it? About $5 grand?
I don't know. My buddy actually just got one. I feel like
It's
it was 5. I think he said 8 though.
It might have been more. Yeah, it's
It
expensive.
might have
now.
been more.
Well, I knew somebody that had one recently. It was $6,000 for them, roughly after everything.
Oh, wow.
$6,000 in fines. Lost her license.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
Almost lost her career.
Yeah, well, I mean, fucking right. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Look, you're gonna go out. You got a plan. You got a plan. You are
Actually-
an adult, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're a fucking adult. Act
or-
like it.
I mean, what I used to have one of those backtrackers,
What's that?
breathalyzer that syncs to your phone. So you can breathe into it and it'll tell you what your blood alcohol was.
You could find the perfect buzz.
Yeah. Dude, it was awesome.
Nice.
When I first got it, I was up at Mountain Valley. That's how young I was, but I was up at Mountain Valley and there was a couple state trooper friends I knew up there. We were all passing around seeing what we were blowing. They're like, oh, you have one of these in the field. He's
awesome.
like, no, what am I at? He's like, well, thank God I'm not driving. He goes, wait, something. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm glad I'm not driving. His wife was driving him, or his girlfriend at the time or whatever. But yeah, that's what I used to have. I'm like, oh, I'm about a 0.0. I'm 0.08, or I can't do nothing yet. I got to sit here and relax. So I'd get a soda or a water or something and hang out. Because I was deathly scared because they'd set up traps right up at the side and pull everybody over and get your blood alcohol and your smokes right there. I'd be like, I'm like, all right, I'm under a 0.6. That's legal. Let's dip. Because I wouldn't even have a buzz, but I would still have that number. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's what's really crazy about that.
Because buzz driving is drunk driving. That's the way it works. You know what I'm saying? If you have even a little bit of buzz going on, not now because I don't drink at all. I could literally have 2 beers and have a little bit of a buzz. You see what I'm saying? So even though I'm only a 0.4, which I'm under 0.6, I don't feel comfortable to drive because I'm not like if I was back in the day and I would do the same scenario today and use the backtracker and be like, oh, I'm only a 0.4. I only had 2 beers. I'm a 0.4, but man, I'm a little buzzed up.
So you can
I
legally
won't
drive
get
like that?
I won't get in the car. I won't get in the
What's
car.
crazy is, it's actually 0.04 is what you're trying to say.
0.04. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
What did I say? 0.4?
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, that
0.4, you'd be really
that's bad. That's really bad. I meant 0.04, 0.04, 0.06, 0.08, 0.04.
But at 0.02, you already have a decline in visual functions and a decline in ability to perform 2 tasks at the same time.
That's one drink.
0.02.
Mhm.
One drink.
What happens
One
if you
drink.
can't do 2 tasks at one time to begin with? Because I know people.
Scientifically proven you can't. Woman or man. Scientifically proven
You
you
can't.
cannot.
You
I'm
cannot
definitely not.
Your brain cannot.
do
It's
2 things at once.
It's impossible. Your brain can't.
Yeah.
Now your body can.
Yeah.
That's where it gets fucky. Because your body can. But your brain
You'd be
can't.
thinking about something and doing something at the same time.
Yeah, because your body has all these functions going on at the same time. But your brain has to be one thing at a time. Proven.
One thing at a time.
Yep. So you can be really good at switching things. You can go back
Yeah.
and forth and jump and jump and jump and jump and jump and jump like ADHD. But you're never actually doing 2 things at once. Your brain can't.
Oh,
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, I stumbled across that.
The
on one of our other
multitasking is kind of
studies.
like
I saw one. There was a video one time. It was funny. The guy's like, yeah, he's like, man, men, we can only do three things. That's it. And that's it. Man mind's full at that point. You got 3 things that you can remember that's going on. He says you got driving, don't hit other cars, baby napping, pick up daughter. Those are my 3 things. And my wife calls and messes the whole thing up in the middle of it. So I'm like, don't tell me how to parent. I'm a good dad. Hang up. So now he's like, I got don't hit other drivers, pick up daughter, and mad at wife. I lost baby napping. So I go into the daycare. They're like, where's the baby? He's like, oh, I'm not telling you guys. He's like, I'm running out of there. He's like, I'm straight arming grandmas and stiff arming kids. Like, get out of the way. I'm saving lives. He's trying to hurry up. He's like, and I got to the car and he was fine, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, man, That's great.
Yeah, it was
That's
hilarious.
funny, man.
Yeah. So man mine. 3 things. That's all we get.
If I don't focus on one thing at a time, I do everything shitty.
Mm-hmm. Everything else is half-assed.
Everything else is
Even
half-assed.
33% of your
Yeah.
I have to focus on one thing at a time.
right.
But anyways, at point.
Yep.
My contacts are getting fuzzy. At point 05, you have reduced coordination, reduced ability to track moving objects with your eyes, difficulty hearing. I call bullshit on that. But okay. Reduced response to emergency driving situation.
Makes sense.
So that's all below the limit.
Oh, below the limit.
That's all below the limit. One beer, no gear, people. It's
One
not
beer,
hard.
no gear.
Not hard.
Don't drink and drive. Call somebody.
Make fucking plans. Rent a hotel. Drink at home. Have the.
I'd have
one
to-
beer and you're there for 3 hours.
That's
Well,
different.
that's different. That's out of your system.
Sorry, I wasn't there.
One
to
beer-
mic
No,
check.
no, no,
Per
no.
hour.
That,
Yeah.
One beer per hour.
I've,
That's what they say. If
I have a
you,
hard
one beer,
time. That's
wait
what
an
they
hour.
say.
One,
I
it's,
have a
no,
hard
it's
time
one
with it.
drink per hour. Just one drink.
One
per hour.
drink.
But a drink doesn't mean the normal double
So if I drink a fucking
double Jack and Cokes we get in the skook. You know
Hey, if
what
I
I'm
drink
saying?
1/5 of Everclear,
is not the
same.
if I drink 1/5 of Everclear, that's only one drink. It's one drink. It's
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I look at it as number.
wait an hour.
It's hard to do it with liquor. Because like I usually get like bourbon on the rocks or just bourbon without rocks. You know what I mean? You just drink bourbon. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I do. Yeah,
So
I love
like
it.
I don't know how many drinks, I don't know how many ounces are in that. I have to figure out how many ounces are in that, and then that's how many hours I gotta hang here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
With bourbon, you'll catch up quick. With beers, though, I'm like, all right, well, if I have a beer and I drink a beer in a half an hour and I have another beer, that's 2 beers in the hour. So that means I gotta wait a little bit. So if I switch over to water, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At that point in time. But with liquor, you have no clue. I mean, and when I grew up, it was like, did you ever party in Bloom?
No.
So there was this one bar in Bloom that used to give $5 pitchers of Long Island iced teas or Captain and Cokes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Artie.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. But those nights I would not go anywhere because I'm like, there is no way I know how many drinks I had
Yeah.
when I drink a pitcher, or if I try to drink a pitcher, or whatever happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like liquor always kicked my ass. It
Yeah.
always kicked my ass.
And
Liquor's
another thing is motorcycles. Holy fuck, people.
Oh,
Wake
yeah.
the fuck up. Wake the fuck up.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
I've done it.
Guilty.
I've done it, but I did wait the hour. I had a beer and then I waited the hour. But I just didn't like it. Feel right. And then you look at the numbers, they're not right. They're not, you're gonna die. You're gonna fucking die. You're gonna die.
Mhm.
You can't be on a motorcycle drinking.
Mm.
Just, I don't care how tough biker 30 years patched up you are. Stop fucking drinking on motorcycles. I had to scoop a guy up off the road. Just barely. We saved his life. Sure. But his life is shit now.
Kind of quality of life you're gonna have after
None.
something like that. Yeah.
None. He's got no quality for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Nothing. He can't walk. He's on painkillers. He's an alcoholic now. He can't move. He can't play. He can't go play with his son.
Mm.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
No, not at
Yeah.
all.
Big thing in our area is drinking out the bush, ripping around on the side by sides and
That's what people
four
do.
wheelers and stuff. That's huge up there.
I'm surprised there's not more accidents, honestly, with that.
Well, I don't think they get too crushed up. I mean, I don't know.
I got messed up on 4-wheelers.
Well, I'm talking about getting hammered. You're talking about?
No,
Drunk?
no, I
Drunk?
mean just
yeah.
accidents.
Oh, I have.
And I was sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have some pretty big fucking parties out the spot. People
Okay.
were trashed,
Gotcha.
coming up on quads, they're bringing their own vehicles out into the woods, like all kinds of shit. They fuck up their vehicles. It probably would be a lot worse if they would have
Yeah.
been on quads or something. But yeah, I mean,
That's the thing. That's the thing around
Shit.
here now.
one of our buddies, we were driving through the woods after drinking the one night and flying through the woods, and we didn't even know a tree went down at some point during that night, and he went fucking
I remember.
boom, smoked the tree,
I remember.
knocked him
that.
clean off his fucking bike. You
Wow.
remember
Oh,
that?
bike.
Or quad. It was a quad. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I remember the quad.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that.
It was a
happened.
quad. He was wearing a helmet. So that was
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Wasn't he still knocked out though?
Oh,
Didn't
he was
get knocked
fucking. He
out?
was definitely out for sure.
Yeah, thought so. That was a while ago.
That was a long time ago. But it's just things that these kids don't realize. Like that shit could happen. Like that, we went down that path like probably 4 or 5 hours before that, and then we're going back out, and there's a down tree. Like, how the hell are you gonna know that? And it's dark.
High rate of speed or what?
Oh, he was going fast, and I don't think he had a light on his quad. He was trying to use my light from behind, and
What sense does that fucking make?
I don't know.
None.
I'm glad I can
None.
see my shadow.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
If I follow my shadow, I'll be good.
Well, the guy was kind of like a bit of a show off.
Oh, okay. Well, then, hey, maybe that humbled him.
Yeah, at that time. Yeah. He's been humbled actually by this exact thing. He's
Yeah.
sober.
Oh,
Yeah, he's made a lot of improvements.
Good,
We're,
good.
we're very proud of him.
Yeah, for sure.
He's
For sure.
really made a lot of big changes.
good, man. Self growth.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
All
Doing
right.
good. Hopefully, he's getting his anger a little bit more under control.
Yeah.
Been nice with
Anyways.
us. God.
Anyways, alcohol. I got some weird facts I could throw in here, but you guys want to add anything to drunk driving before I move on?
Well,
Nope.
Don't fucking
Don't do it.
Don't
Other
do
than
it.
that,
Ah.
yeah.
Save lives.
The anger that will come from the family. Oh,
Put it that way.
yeah.
Yep.
If you hurt somebody from another family, good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck. Long recovery road, if it's even possible.
All right. Anyways, all right, let's get to some fun, weird facts here. In the beginning, I said about Andre the Giant. You guys have anything you want to add?
Go for it.
All right.
Oh, you, buddy.
Get this freak out. Okay. I mean, check this freak out. What did I say? Get? Anyways.
Get this freak out.
Andre the Giant
He was a beast.
Get the freak out. I'm sorry.
would drink over 100 beers in one sitting.
What?
Huh?
100 in one sitting.
It's more than 330 packs, bruh.
The fuck do you do that?
Well, don't. Do you ever
He
see
is
him hold?
huge, though.
Do you ever
Yeah,
see
I
him
know.
hold the can? The can was like this in his hand. It was a full size tomato can.
Right, you'd have to pour a whole fucking case of beer for him to just have a pitcher of beer for himself.
Yeah, yeah. He also there was a story. He would always have 6 bottles of wine before a fight. 6 bottles of wine. He had a very famous scene in an airport where he had over 100 beers in 45 minutes.
How's he alive?
He's not.
Well, I mean, how
Well, yeah, he
was
actually
he
isn't.
alive?
He actually is.
I know
That's
that.
very
I'm
true.
just saying, how was he alive doing that?
He had problems, didn't he? Or no,
Yeah,
I
he
think it
had
was giantism
lots
that
of
got him,
problems.
isn't it? What got him?
I think that's what got him.
What was it?
Gigantism.
Gigantism.
Gigantism or
Yeah.
something.
I think that's what actually got him, but this sure as hell didn't help.
No, I'm sure it didn't.
It did not help. And then there was another legend of him having 119 beers
Well,
over
Giants are
6
real,
hours
so-
at a bar. Still unbelievable.
It's a milk. I wonder what the tab would be like.
Oh, come on. Who's paying? He's not. Yeah, I guess he probably would if you're drinking that much. If I was a bar owner, I'd be like, all right, you had our first couple free.
I'm sure he wasn't hurting for the money.
Yeah, true. Blacking out. This is weird.
I've done it.
Do you know your brain starts adapting to it?
What?
Your brain starts adapting to blacking out. I've never had that happen, so I don't really have
I have.
experience. But people that black out, if they continue to drink and become alcoholic, their brain starts blacking out sooner and sooner and sooner and sooner and sooner. This one lady has 2 beers. She's blacked out.
Wow.
2 beers, blacked out. She can't even drink.
Wow.
Your brain starts saying, well, I know where we're going. Might as well shut
Get there
this off
now.
early.
Well, I mean, your brain's efficient, so it's probably like, all right, let's go.
So if you have blackouts, I want to be careful, especially if you're a girl. Imagine going to
Right.
the bar, grabbing 2 drinks, and you're blacked out.
Yeah,
That's
don't
a
do that.
bad place to be.
Yep. Yeah, don't do that.
And the reason you have a blackout is because your brain loses ability. Well, in the beginning, your brain loses the ability to record what's going on.
Because you're, yeah. That makes
Wow.
sense.
That's
That makes
crazy.
sense.
That's what blacking out is. Your brain just loses the ability for being so drunk because it goes through the blood-brain barrier. Well, we all, it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what that is.
Really weird.
All
It
right.
is really weird.
My last fun fact. Blue-eyed people are much more likely to develop an alcohol addiction.
What the fuck?
Brown eye.
How the fuck is
Shit
that
brown.
possible?
I don't know.
How does the color of your eye fucking determine whether or not you're going to be an alcoholic?
It doesn't. It's correlative.
The fuck?
Just more blue-eyed people are.
Sorry. So my son Aries, who's Irish and blue-eyed, is going to be. It's weird. I have a redheaded, blue-eyed kid. A red-haired, blue-eyed kid.
Better watch that.
You know how rare that is?
Yes,
Is
that's
it?
why you better watch that.
Oh my God. For red hair and blue eyes,
Is it?
very rare.
Is
It's
it?
usually red and green eyes or red and brown. Yeah.
Well, think about it. They're patriotic. Red hair, white eyes, and blue.
Red, white, blue.
Yeah.
Well, that's also it's freaking France. I mean, what was that?
It's the
Chair's
chair lock. No, there's a lock on it. If you push it in,
Jeez,
they
I'm
don't,
scared
they don't
the
lean back.
crap
Yeah, but pull it
out of
out.
me.
The more you move it,
it loosened
backs
up on
itself
you.
out.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm just scared to crap.
I think I just heard a nut.
thought you freaking died or something.
I think I just heard
A balloon nut.
No, yeah, no. It's a knot. I'm actually saying nut this time,
Oh
bro.
my gosh. No, I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, it's a very rare thing. It's
Anybody want to massage my pelvic floor?
it's like way less than 1% of the world have red hair and blue eyes.
Really?
Yeah. I was trying not to fucking entertain your shenanigans, Frank. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That'll be a blooper video. Oh, fuck.
I didn't know
uncle
that.
had blue. My uncle. No, I don't know if he had blue eyes. My uncle had red hair.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had blue eyes.
It's not
though.
common to have blue eyes with, you know what? It's crazy. A doctor told me that. I never knew that.
Really?
A doctor told me, and they're like, wow, red hair and blue eyes. And they're like, do you know the odds of that actually happening? And I was like, I thought it was just normal. I was like, oh. And they're like, it's probably like, I don't remember what the statistic is.
Wow, that's
There's
cool.
like 300,000 people in the world that have it or something stupid like that.
Whoa, that's a small freaking
Yeah.
number.
I have to, don't quote me on the
Holy
number,
crap.
but I'm pretty sure it was something like that. It was like 300,000 people in the world have it.
Wow.
I think. I can't. I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, you can tell me. Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe.
Yeah, that's all I actually got. That's all I got.
Oh, okay.
All right then.
That was easy.
Oh, hold up. There is one other weird thing. So because it depresses your nervous system. How about this? How did I miss this? Okay. So because alcohol depresses your nervous system, you ever hear of like getting sleep paralyzed?
Mm-hmm.
Or your sleep demon or whatever paralyzes you?
Sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or you're awake, but you can't fucking
Or
move.
talk or nothing. Yeah.
Alcohol does that.
Really?
It can do that, rather. Okay, it can do that.
Wonderful.
I've had it happen once. Most fucking thing in my life.
Really?
I've had it happen once. Scared the shit out of me.
So,
Try
like,
being
you were
awake,
just-
not being able to move.
So you're awake, like you could open your eyes and stuff
I
like
couldn't
that?
open my eyes.
You couldn't open your eyes.
I couldn't open my eyes. But I was awake. And I couldn't move. Bro,
Scary shit.
dude, I felt claustrophobic.
Really?
Yeah. I was like panicking. I was panicking.
Wow.
And
That's
I think
weird.
it might have actually been from alcohol because that's back when I was drinking like every other weekend.
Alcohol sweats.
Mm-hmm.
Bloated belly and all that garbage that comes with it. I hate beer when it comes to bloated bellies. My belly just. Oh, did you ever see that one where they actually? So from alcohol you can get I don't remember if it's cirrhosis or the other one.
Cirrhosis of the liver.
There's another
Yeah.
one that sounds like that, and it might be that. You drink alcohol and it ruins the ability to, pass the alcohol through the liver. Well, instead of it just like fucking up your liver and still going through, it stores all the alcohol in your stomach and it just keeps dumping the alcohol in your stomach.
What?
You ever hear of like beer belly?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh,
It's the
geez.
alcohol getting saved in your stomach. And it just keeps expanding and expanding and expanding until you have to go to the hospital and get it drained.
That's
And then it just
disgusting.
keeps doing it over and over because then your body can't process the alcohol anymore. So it just stores it.
Ah,
The whole thing of alcohol. It just takes all the liquid and everything.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That is horrible.
Yeah. I seen 2 videos of it. And I swear there was a guy in Pottsville that had it. He had a big old belly all the time from drinking. I'm like, that's weird, dude. But yeah, they can literally get like one of those moms that have like 8 kids. You ever see their stomachs? That's how
Yeah.
big they can literally get.
holy shit!
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, gross, dude. And then it's you know, I mean, obviously alcohol contributes to a lot of different diseases. There's over
Diabetes,
60.
everything. Yeah.
Over 60 different diseases it contributes to. Oh, the other thing is if you do suffer from, man, I have a lot here. What did I skip a section? Anyways, the other thing is if you do have GABA deficiency and you do get anxiety from drinking the next day or 2 days, there is magnesium and B6 that can help fight your GABA deficiency and help bring your levels down naturally. And also exercise. Those are 3 things that can help with GABA.
Mm-hmm.
How did I miss that? Did we switch or something? I don't know how I missed that.
No, we've probably gotten off on one of these random talks that we
Yeah.
have. And
It's all
That's
Brian's
probably
fault.
what it
Yeah.
was.
my fault. No, I'm, the
Brian
one
does
that
that to
I'm
us all
probably
the
the one
time.
that pulled these back off of that.
All right, but that's what I got.
That's it. That's all I got.
Me too.
Fuck alcohol.
Yep. I'm not
Stop
doing it.
drinking it.
Not dealing with
Your
it.
best bet in life is just not to do it.
Yep.
Mhm.
For your
Agreed.
brain, your body, for everybody around you, for the longevity of your life. 2 drinks a week. What are you getting out of that? Okay, see, that's the alcohol, how alcoholic speaking in my head. What are you getting out of 2 drinks? You're not supposed to get anything out of 2 drinks.
Right.
Hey, yeesh. Hey,
Not even worth it.
yeesh.
Not even gonna get a buzz. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, anyways,
Anyway.
okay.
All right.
That's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, leave us a review. Our email is talkaboutpurpose@gmail.com.
Yep.
Miss any questions or anything you want us to talk about?
We're on TikTok. Check it out.
We're everywhere.
TikTok,
YouTube.
YouTube, Spotify. We are everywhere. Facebook.
Apple Podcast.
We're everywhere. Just
Yeah.
talk about
Everywhere.
purpose.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Look for our logo.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
See ya.
See you.
Bye.